It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, September 29th, 2023, and we are coming to you live this morning. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Woo. Yay. Hello, Gio. Nice to see you. More today than ever before. What's wrong? Good? Yeah, we're good. Thank you. I don't know. Gio, you were just saying, Galvin, that you were sleepy.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I'm so not sleepy, but I'm just so dragging. But I go to bed early, but I feel like I should wake up like, hello, world.
What is your normal?
Let's take today off.
Okay, I'll wrap it up, Carmen. I'm good.
I'm down.
Yeah.
What's your normal wake up routine? Like when you hear your alarm, do you just jump up out of
I
bed?
have
and
a
go in?
half-hour snooze.
See, that's what I do too, and I guess they say that's basically like putting your brain halfway into REM sleep, and it takes you 6 hours to get out of that grogginess.
Yeah.
Oh,
they say-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
you're
say the
supposed to
worst
get
thing you
out.
can do is
They say,
snooze.
yeah, the best thing you can do, especially with your lighting that you have, is you just go into the bathroom and turn the lights on, and
I'm
just
up.
yeah, and then they said that'll trick your brain into thinking you're out in the sun, and then bam.
Shock
That's
the system.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because if I get up to pee at like 4 o'clock, which normally ruins my whole morning, I'm awake.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you should just stay awake. But then what am I going to do? Sit here and stare at the walls till you jerks get here?
Mm.
You play video games.
No, come on.
Huh.
There was a time, Spanish, where when Call of Duty first came out, that I would get up early and play before I left for
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
I mean, I'm playing at 4:30 in the morning. I'm just sitting in Land O'Lakes playing Call of Duty, and that was an obsession.
I mean, that is a great game. I'm getting a little bit back into it. I don't know if I have the newest version, but I really don't like getting killed
I
by
have
little children
it.
anymore.
Some idiot bought it for me on DVD or CD, which I don't even have a CD player. So if you need that, let me
VHS.
know. Yeah,
I mean, if you,
I still have it though.
it was listen. That may
Sentimental.
have been a misstep, and I
Stuff called
apologize.
accounts.
I thought, when your wife said that to get the disc, I was like, that's a great idea because then you could
Yeah,
take it.
she knows.
Do you
Yeah.
remember yesterday I did the story about people have get 7 gifts a year that they don't use? Worst ones, coworkers. Are
Yeah,
the worst
there you go.
gift givers.
Although I can't say that. I can't say that. I got some fine gifts for my birthday.
You did,
We
yeah.
had a Margarita Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I got a nice picture of me and Gio on display here
Yeah.
with some other guy in it.
Mm.
Yeah, I got my Pokemon stuff. I'm in good shape.
Well, I
Artist
apologize.
rendering of your gorgeousness, Michael.
I mean,
also.
that is fully on
Yeah.
display,
I
Joe.
know.
Don't act like you painted it.
I'm not acting like I
Debbie
painted
Frost
Painted
did
it?
it.
Yeah.
Debbie Frost.
Joe
Yeah.
acts like it's some accomplishment that he.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Joe, that might be one of my favorite gifts ever.
Really?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I love it.
In your face, Gio.
I
It's
love
a
it.
nice gift, but you didn't paint it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take extra credit, man.
You are.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
A little bit.
If it had numbers on it and corresponding colors, he would have been able to do a
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Mhm.
Lori Lynn Cook was her name,
Oh,
by
that's
the
it.
way. Yeah.
Not Debbie Frost.
I'm telling you right now, we could, and think about this. I'm not even just saying this to be funny. We could make Joe the next. What was that guy's name with the big hair who did the painting?
Oh,
Bob
Bob
Ross.
Ross. Yeah.
We can make Joe the next Bob Ross.
Unfortunately, I think you're probably right.
Joe comes out on the show. Hey guys, hope everybody's having a good day.
I do.
Today I'm wearing my United States Motor Club vest that I feel most
designed
comfortable
myself.
in. Yeah,
Available in stores.
that's right. It's got patches on it. I'm going to do a little painting today, but first I got to get my mind right. And he takes a couple of bong hits, and all the young kids are like, yeah, bong hit. They start ripping with him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and today we're going to paint. And then he paints a mess of a painting, but while he's talking, and at the end it just looks awful, and everybody's like, that guy's great.
Yeah, except
That guy's awesome.
the one episode where he comes out and he's got his red star hat and his black and gray clothes, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Today, children, we're gonna paint something special."
No, as long as they keep him high, he's fine. That'll never
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get weird. Don't make
yeah.
it weird.
You're the one making it
No,
weird.
how am I making it weird?
You
Joe,
know why.
I want you to come out in a kimono
No
with no
problem.
shirt underneath. No
Absolutely.
kimono, no shirt, and
No
be like,
pants.
no
Yes.
pants, nothing.
Are you
That is
saying
approved.
this would be like video or like just Joe on a
Oh.
street
Yeah,
corner?
we'd have to hire a video guy.
Oh,
Yeah, we'd have to hire a video
I
guy.
can't do everything.
Just Joe on a
Yeah.
street corner, I assume would be better. More people would see it.
Well, I mean, I would be willing to try it. Joe in the kimono on a corner of, like, put him in Sarasota in that St. Ormond's, put him right in the middle
Where they
there.
have like the farmer's market.
Yeah.
yeah.
I keep getting duped by these videos on YouTube or wherever, shorts and stuff. One said Mark Knopfler requests Mark Knopfler in Sarasota because there's this guy who does the looping thing and he plays over in St. Armand's, and some guy's like, hey, you know Dire Straits, and he goes, do you want Money for Nothing or something else? And he's like, ooh, try that one. And he tried it and he played it, and I'm like, that's not Mark Knopfler at all. Like, I don't understand where that comes from. And then I watched one yesterday that I started playing Crossroads, and Eric Clapton came out to watch, and I'm like, all right. So he's out there outside this guitar festival playing Crossroads, spends 5 minutes looping all his stuff, playing. I watched the whole thing. I'm like, Eric Clapton wasn't there. He just made me watch the whole video. You got me good.
Yeah.
Trickery.
Smart. Yeah.
I'm gonna start
Chicanery.
doing the same thing. I'm gonna be like Pam Anderson watches,
Dude,
sits in the studio with us. Look for her.
It's-
She's hidden.
I didn't realize how important labeling of stuff you put on YouTube and all that hashtag stuff
Very
is.
important.
'Cause,
Very
dude,
important.
I've clicked, also same click on videos as like, check out this chick with, whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And then it ends up being some dude who's fixing his toilet. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is terrible.
The worst thing are the ones that are I don't even know what they are, the shorts, and it'll have something and it never does the reveal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to show you how to make the most money doing this, and all you have to do is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're like, what? I wanted to make the
Yeah.
money.
Or
Dude.
sometimes they'll put subscribe for part 2,
Yeah.
and then I end up going to that person's profile, which they want, and then start going through their other videos.
And the
Or-
worst is now your algorithm knows or thinks that you like videos
Right.
that don't have any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the one that goes, hey, real quick while we get started, if you want to see the next part of this, double tap the screen. You're like, oh, okay. I'm liking it. I'm subscribing. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yeah. You can turn on
Ruin
your
everything.
notifications. What? How do I even do that? I don't know.
Yeah, those kids got to get. My son did point out, and Carmen, you told me this once before too, but I didn't realize it. I made a little thing for the story that said somebody was coming on the show, and my son's like, just take it down. I'll show you. I was like, all right. And he was like, the quality of the picture you used was too bad. And he's like, they want higher quality videos. I mean, higher quality pictures. Because I think I used a picture that I took as opposed to a professional shot. And he was right. Once I changed the picture out, it went crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The metadata, they read the metadata in the photo.
Well, did you see that interview that Mark Zuckerberg did with Friedman
No.
on virtual reality
Was
and
it
metaverse?
recent?
Yeah,
No.
it is wild. And-
Why? Like what? Like, I
So,
already
A
know, but what?
metaverse?
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
mean, when I say realistic, I mean like hyper realistic.
Like it goes from them just sitting in two separate rooms, basically, and it's just them, and they're like, okay, we're about to do an interview, and then they put on the masks, the VR
Right.
or whatever, and then they go into the metaverse, and then they show the metaverse, and it looks like all they did was turn off the lights and put a spotlight on their face.
It's crazy.
like
Yeah,
it's
that's
them, but
creepy.
it's them on the on
Yeah.
the VR
Mhm.
because they're in separate cities. Like one in someone's in Austin, the other Zuckerberg someplace else,
yeah.
and it looks like they're just sitting in a dark room with spotlights on their faces.
That's pretty cool.
I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. And
but
then
what is the point of that?
Well, I mean, the first thing I thought of is if that's the new virtual reality and the metaverse is just going to be basically Ready Player One for everybody, it makes
Yeah.
sense why the CEO of that tech company, who was basically you could financially integrate systems into whatever VR thing you had, just got killed
Killed.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a sad.
Yeah.
Another great young tech guy accidentally
Woman.
dies.
She was a woman.
Woman, whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody even talks about it.
Dude, I can't believe it.
And you'll be able to use all your digital currency right there in the metaverse.
Hey, when anybody talked about how the Clintons were killing all these people, everybody's like, "Oh, you're a weirdo." Then all of a sudden, the list started getting floating around. You were like, "Oh, wait a second." The thing with these tech guys, you could say what you want about Spanish and conspiracies and all this. Most of the time, I think he's an idiot too. But if you just look at the list of all these young tech billionaires who died and recently
Mysteriously.
and had like this guy never went out. He was just such a nerd. All of a sudden, he goes out to a nightclub one time, and gets
Yeah.
stabbed. You know what I mean? Like you don't know where it. I don't know.
And two of them on record said on some type of social media, I'm being followed by so and so. I'm not suicidal. And then the
Yeah.
next day they end up dead.
That's how the guy at Zipzling died.
Dude,
Yeah.
you got to be careful, Calvin. I'm glad you sold that when you did. It's
Listen,
smart.
Good idea.
I got it as Ipswich right at the
Yeah,
perfect
you
time.
did.
Oh man. I had something on. I know what it was. I was reading it this morning in the prep, and I was thinking about this the other day. That video. There's been a lot of embarrassing things to come out of Philadelphia, video-wise, but that video of them looting and breaking into that store and taking all those things. So who doesn't know that all of those iPhones and iPads and all that
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
is all easily just one button away from being
Idiots.
done. You can't use them anymore, and they you run
They
into
know how to take that off.
yeah no
Apple can shut him down.
Apple
Yeah.
shuts them down until you can't use them anymore. That's why they keep them out on display. Do you know my brother? One time I was telling my brother that I forgot where I was. I would say it, I just don't remember. I walked into a place and there was nobody there. and I had an appointment, nobody was there, and they had all their laptops out there, and I go, how could nobody be in the whole building? And I go, I was thinking about just taking one of their laptops just to, teach them a lesson. Of course, I would never do that. And my brother goes, I know you're kidding, but just so you know, all those things are tracking devices. And I go, oh, I know. I'm just saying. But that's the thing. All those Apple products that they have on display, they're all garbage. They all know that they're going, they're never going to be used, never going to be sold, and they're able to be shut down, and you won't be able to use them. It's not like jailbreaking them.
But it's also, you've seen the videos of whoever sold my mother a calculator telling her it was an iPad.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
People buy boxes with bricks in them, just because they're like, oh, yeah, don't worry, it's a TV.
They'll,
But
they'll find
nobody's-
ways to sell them, but
Right.
still.
That's the thing. You're going to get, now what are you getting? $25 for it? So
Yeah.
is it worth breaking into that building? I don't know. That's the most ignorant
Yes,
thing.
it's worth.
But yeah, that's the problem is, yeah, he's right.
Because you don't, there's no repercussions.
Yeah.
No, I know. But what they should have is, remember in Jackass, I think it was the first Jackass, where they had the shotgun that shot the rubber balls.
Oh man,
And it
yeah.
sprayed
Oh, yeah.
out, and they were
Yeah.
just covered in welts. That's what they should have. They should have that built into the walls. So when somebody steals something and runs, they just shoot those balls at them really hard. I think that would stop a lot of people.
They have those rubber balls and the wood blocks, too.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
shoot the wood blocks.
I just wonder. I don't feel like I could. Even if I thought I could get away with it, I don't think I could walk in and just steal something and walk out. I just feel like that would be. I couldn't enjoy it. You know.
Well, why? I mean, I don't know. I never
But-
been into stealing.
But now I feel like I should, because why can they do it and we can't?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I have thought about the first time I ever saw looting on TV. When I was in high school, I remember being like, oh, if I could get a TV, I do for a TV. But like all this little stuff, I don't understand. You could get trampled. You could get shot. You could get, lit
But
on
it's-
fire.
But the little stuff, like the purses and stuff they take, those sell
Oh,
for
yeah.
like
Oh,
$5,000.
Oh, you run into a mall in LA and you grab some high end purses and run out of there, even if you're selling
Yeah, I
a
guess.
like
yeah.
that
$5,000 purse for
store.
$1,000. That's good. And
Like
you're not.
belts.
You can be a straight up, bad person from the hood, and you're selling that to a rich white chick who wants her stuff cheaper. That's the truth.
Even if you sell it for $50, it's still you.
Yeah, you still got $50
Your
for
return on investment is still 100%.
walking in and walking
Yeah.
out of a
Yeah.
store and having nothing happen to you.
Do you know how many rich people I know? I mean, millionaire rich people buy fake purses
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah.
nobody's ever going to assume that
Nah,
they have
yeah.
a fake purse.
And if they steal it, who cares?
You know what's so funny is my wife got, I don't know whether it was a purse or shoes, and it was some high-end designer thing, whatever, and she had it sent to the place. So let's just say Gucci.
Right.
And Gucci said, we can't verify that this is Gucci, but we can't verify it's not.
Wow. If Gucci can't tell.
And that's what I said to her. I go, well, if Gucci can't tell, who's going to be able to tell?
Yeah.
Like, because she was reselling it. She would find stuff in thrift stores. Thrift stores a lot of time have no idea what they have, and they're like, oh, I don't know, just put this out here for $12, and
Right.
meanwhile it's worth $5,000 or something. But yeah, so I was like, then put it on there because like, I don't know how anybody could ever tell.
Right?
That's like, I will never buy a pair of Jordans because I don't know which ones are good and which ones are bad.
Yeah.
Because some Jordans, they're like, yeah, those are just regular Jordans. And then they're like, oh, those are Scoop-de-Doo Jordans that are worth
Yeah.
$8 million. And you're like, oh, I didn't know.
So we gave Bobby a pair of Post Malone Crocs. He was at my house and he needed Crocs or whatever, and Joey had a pair of Post Malone Crocs that were like the hottest things ever at the time. And then Joey didn't like Post Malone anymore, didn't care, and Bobby took them home, and they're selling for $1,200 right now.
Oh.
So I called Bobby up one day. I go, hey, do you remember when you were at my house and we had Post Malone Crocs? And he goes, yeah. And Dawn was there, and she's like, yeah, they're actually in the trunk of the car we're in now. I go, go straight to eBay, wherever eBay is. Drive there. And he was like, why? He goes, why? I'll sell them and we'll split it. I'm like, I don't want your dirty feet money. I'm just telling you, I don't want them to be sitting in your trunk when you have $1,200 worth of dumb rubber shoes in your trunk.
Like, oh, yeah, the dog chewed one off of mom.
Yeah.
He threw them out.
By the way, if you see Post Malone, just ask him for stuff. Did you see the video when he was here in Tampa and the girl asked him for his guitar?
No.
He's meeting people and signing stuff because he seems like a super nice guy and interacts with the fans and stuff. And she was like, I want that guitar. And he was like, I mean, it's like a $5,000 guitar. He goes, I'll give it to you, but just promise that you're not going to like sell it or something. Like
Oh,
take care
my
of it.
God.
And gives her, it was like
Wow.
a real nice Telecaster. He gives it to her and then signs it for her too.
Oh.
Now it's, $8,000 or $10,000.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, sure, like that Ferrari.
Yeah.
And you get the video to go with it.
Oh,
Exactly,
God.
yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, he seems like such a nice guy.
He
I
does.
feel like
He
that's what I'd be like if I won that $1 billion Powerball.
Yeah.
People would be like, I need $25,000 for my knee. I go, just take it. Just
Take
go.
it.
Just go.
Have a good day.
Joey gave me yesterday. He gave me the listen. I know. I go, just tell me whatever you tell me.
Oh man.
He goes, no, let me. I go, Joey, just get to the point.
Give
He
me the
goes,
fulls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I go to Tallahassee this weekend? I go, yes. Just leave me alone. I don't want to know anything else. I mean, I could see it coming from a mile away. Get right to the point.
Yeah.
Don't you love whenever your kids are young and they'll come and sit down next to you? Like they're in their room playing video games, this and that, and then just one day they come and sit down next to you. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Good. What do you need?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I have to tell you though, my daughter yesterday was surprisingly loving. I came out of here and I sat on the couch and I was like kind of half laying down and she came and laid with me and I was waiting for her to be like, can I get Roblox money? And nothing. And then later on I switched to the chair and she came and sat on my lap and I went, I don't know what's going on. This is probably going to cost me in the long run, but it's well worth it. I don't have many months of that left
She's
before
playing
she's
a long
like,
game. Get set up
whatever.
for something.
Yeah.
Listen, they'll be
whatever.
back.
That kid never asked for anything. Like,
now
she should
now
go,
call Taylor Swift's dad.
she goes, her big thing is, Dad, can I get this thing on Roblox? I go, how much is it? And she goes, 99 cents. And I go, yeah, you can get it. I gave Joey when he was a kid like a $10 limit. I go, you can, if it's $10 less, you can get it without asking me
Yeah.
like once a week.
But I do remember the one time he came into work. I think we were in afternoons, and you were like, I don't know what's going on. I look at my credit card bill, and I got all these 99-cent charges.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't know it was just Joey's buying all this stuff for his game.
99 cents times 1,000.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was Jetpack Joyride was what he was playing on his iPad.
I don't remember, but he better be the best Jetpack Joyride player ever. I haven't played Call of Duty in forever. I haven't done anything. I'm very mellow this week.
Yeah, I haven't really been playing much video games. Doing a lot of meditating, a lot of
Back in the day when we used to play, me, you, my brother,
That was the
and my
best.
brother was in Chicago, and we all used to play on the theater. That was awesome.
I love those times that we all got together and played, even though I was probably the worst one on the team normally.
Probably.
Yeah. So
Also, I don't want to roll over the fact that you said you've been doing a lot of meditating.
yeah. For
What
sure.
is that all about?
Well, just because I'm very itchy, so I like to, I'm trying.
So
to
is
just not get
meditating
into-
helping your itchiness?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
My wife said she
Because it
gave you
helps your brain.
Yeah.
your brain.
She did. She gave me a bath salts.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, smoke them.
It was
Yeah.
it was incredibly thoughtful, and it actually was probably one of the nicest things you guys have done for me in a long time. But I don't have a bathtub, so I didn't know. I had a hard to tell.
You don't have a bathtub in that house?
What?
Well, not
I
one
mean,
that works.
Are you
Well,
really?
do we have a
There's-
plug for it?
Of course, there's a bathtub.
Yeah, there's a bathtub, but there's no plug for it to
Sure
fill up with
there
water.
is.
You could buy a plug at Publix for
Yeah.
$4.
I was going to say,
it's just a
where in the
rubber
world could you
stopper.
find
So-
a plug?
So that's fine. But with the last time I was sick and I tried to do a bath salt bath, we tried to plug it up. I bought a plug from Ace Hardware, and it didn't work.
They have those ones, the big one,
over.
the big rubber thing, that just
I'll
sits
have to
down
try
and
one of those.
suction.
Yeah.
Fits
The
anyone.
little ones that go right into the
But this
hole
fits
there.
anyone because it
Yeah.
covers the
We
entire
filled
thing.
that. We filled that tub in one of the hurricanes, and that's how I did it. I just put like tape over the top.
Yeah,
over the top,
I
just
stuffed
filled
a
it up.
washcloth in a hole one time.
I'm not doing that in that house.
That's fine. I wouldn't want your skeevy skin shavings, your skeevy pustules in my bathtub anyway.
Well, what, you want me to break his pipes? You want me to break? I don't know what I'm doing in that house. I'm not a homeowner.
What would it take for you to get a haircut today?
No,
I'll give you $100.
Okay. No,
It's bothering me.
I'm sorry.
It's bothering me. You look like you're dressed for the cold, and that you put a special cold hair helmet on.
I had to. It's the
And
only way
it's
to keep my
bothering me.
ears warm. They're very cold. They're little, but they're cold.
Oh, you're a mess.
100%.
It must be the meditation.
Yeah. What are
Yeah.
you doing for the meditation? How does that
It
work?
looks a
out?
lot like video games, Michael. I'm going to tell you. From where I'm standing, it looks a lot like video games.
What are you doing?
How would you know? You're
He
drunk all
knows.
day.
Only he knows.
You said he doesn't have a bathtub, and it took off from there.
Yeah.
That's
Drunky
right.
drunk.
That's right.
All right.
Loser.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm meditating
Wow.
too.
Yeah.
I'll have a double meditation.
I
on
wish
the
I could
rocks.
drink.
Is that your
Can't
other
drink right
job, Joe?
Meditating?
Like drunk all day?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's right.
Yes. That
Yeah,
is.
remember
Yeah.
we never found out what
And
his
you're
other
not
job
gonna.
was.
No,
Joe's
you're not
day
gonna.
job.
Nope, you're not
His day
gonna.
job is
Are
getting
you
drunk.
still doing it or no?
I'm not saying anything about it.
Are you retired?
Yes, I'm retired.
Are you playing
Or
for the
do you-
Browns?
I've been retired for a
I
while.
thought
Are
you said
you-
retarded.
Are you playing for the Browns now? Is that why you're dressed the way you are?
I think I'm dressed quite elegantly. Thank you.
Of course he is.
I'm
He's a
sup-
fashion
you know,
icon.
I'm supporting the Buccaneers as I'm wearing my.
finally talked you out of the dirty hoodie.
Yeah.
You didn't talk
You know what?
anybody
Wait,
out of
hold on.
anything.
Ask
Hold on.
Spence. I said, Joe, wear your hoodie tomorrow.
No, you
and he's
didn't.
doing it just because I told him to.
Back this up.
That's not true at all.
Back this up. You just said you're supporting the Buccaneers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with his brown and
My-
orange.
My creamsicle.
That
That's
is
not
not
creamsicle.
creamsicle.
Well, I mean,
No.
it's-
That is not
No.
cream. You look
No.
like you
All right.
you should move to Cleveland tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
My God.
It's
What's
orange.
wrong with
That's
you,
why I
man?
said the Browns.
When I was leaving, I
Right.
told Joe, I said, hey, man, do as I say and wear that hoodie tomorrow. And you didn't do it.
You're a terrible person. You know that? Nobody likes you.
I knew you'd fall for
It's
it.
fall season. He's got his
Yeah.
fall colors
It's
on,
spooky
man.
season. Is
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I said, wear it.
As you fall off the roof.
I reverse Jedi mind tricked you, and it worked.
No, you didn't.
Joe, don't let these people bother you.
I'm not, Michael. It's Friday.
You're
I'm
an
having myself a
individual.
nice day today, in spite of your relentless
He wore that
negativity,
hoodie
Gio.
for 3 years and until I said something.
Gio's doing what we used to do as a kid. Like my brother Jeff, I'd be like, "Hey, while you're at the refrigerator, grab me a glass of milk." And he'd bring me a glass of milk, and I go, "That's a good boy.
Oh,
That's a good boy. Do as I say."
wow. I would have poured it right on your head.
You make sure you get it out of his hand before you say it,
Yeah.
because otherwise, yes, it would be poured on your head.
Good job, Joe. Good job. Attaboy.
I gotta tell you, you're really
Easy,
giving
Biden.
You're getting on my last nerve, Gio.
Uh-oh.
You're getting,
Yeah.
That's what he wants, Joe.
I
Don't
know.
let him win.
Don't give
Let it
in.
happen.
Don't give
Don't
in.
let him
You're
win.
right.
He
You're
knows-
right.
He knows it's true.
Woosah.
Do it for
Why
the
don't you
Browns.
meditate?
Yeah.
Do it for the Browns. What do you tell me about your meditating?
What do you want to know?
What do you do?
Just sit.
Do you have a word you repeat, a mantra
I do.
or anything? Yeah,
I do,
and you
yeah.
can't tell. You're
I
not
do.
allowed to
I can tell
right?
you. It's
Oh,
just it's just over and over again.
Yeah.
But I do
Do
it
it.
really
Let me see
slow.
you do it.
No, I don't want
Come
to
on,
do
just do
it.
a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit.
gonna do it.
Yeah, come
I don't
on.
want to do it.
Come on.
It feels weird now.
Yeah.
All right, you guys all want to do it together?
No, too late now. Now you're out of the group. You can't meditate with us.
Yeah. And then the different frequencies, can change. So if you want to go higher,
Is that what you do? You go higher or lower?
You can, yeah.
No, what do you do?
I
You
do all
do
of
it.
them, yeah. You
Oh,
go,
you
yeah.
just mix it up?
You got to hit
Very.
every chakra, yeah.
Wow.
From the root to the
There's
crown,
7.
yeah.
You
yeah.
gotta you gotta line your chakras, Mike.
You and your weird Indian girlfriend.
Listen, man, I'm just saying, it's
The poor dog.
The
the dog loves it. The dog meditates with us.
That's how the
he-
dog's eye got shattered the first one.
The dog
no.
meditates with us. The dog drinks with us. The dog plays video games with
Whoa.
us.
I feel like you're doing that. You're in there. You're doing that, and Karishma comes in and she has 8 arms, and she goes, "Would you stop making me?
You keep calling it out, man.
Look what you did."
I can't. I'm gonna tell you. I understand how relaxing that might be and all that, but for some reason, I just can't do that. And
Yeah.
I've tried before. I've even tried to lay in bed and just do it that way, and I can't. Once I start, I go, remember that one time? And I just start thinking about
But
stuff.
that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah,
You're
but
just
I don't need to do
mind
that. I don't need to do all the.
you know, I mean, I didn't do that at the beginning. Actually, how I started meditating is I would sit there and, when you look at the sun and then you close your eyes and there's that little dot.
Oh.
So I would close my eyes and force myself to see that little dot in my vision.
Okay.
And then until that I did see it, I wasn't done meditating. And sometimes it would take me 20 minutes. Sometimes it would take me an hour.
And that has benefits for you.
It has a lot of benefits for me, yeah.
Interesting.
Calming the mind, just
Interesting.
relaxing, not as angry or stressed out, especially
I
with
remember when Bobby was meditating and they gave him a word and you're not supposed to
Can't
tell anybody
say it,
the word,
yeah.
and I made him tell me the word. I go, tell me the word. And he goes, I can't. It's the whole. I go, forget about it. And he goes, do you want me to tell you the word? I go, no, I know. Let me tell you the word. And he told me the word. And I'm like, I'm never gonna use it.
what can you tell us the word?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
It wasn't good. It was
No.
just like,
Was it an English word?
no,
Nah.
And why can't you tell people
it's your
the
own
word?
individual word.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meanwhile, they probably tell everybody the same word.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's why they tell you not to tell anybody.
Right,
'Cause
don't
you're
blow
gonna-
my cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to a meeting and everyone has the same
They
word.
give it to you. Somebody else has to know it.
There's only
Yeah.
so many words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fake.
I don't even think it's a word. I think the guy just he sees you walk in the building and he goes, Wahola, Wahola.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
Wahola.
Oh.
I know a lot of them use the Hindi words for the chakras, like Om, Ram, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need Mola Ram coming in and pulling my heart out either.
Dude, it can get intense, man.
Yeah.
Get real intense.
Your word is glip glop.
No,
Wait.
your word is fudge. how's your meditating going? Good, except for I've gained like 87 pounds. I don't know why. Fudge. I'm gonna have some fudge.
Yeah, but you're supposed to think. You're not supposed to stop yourself from thinking. You're just supposed to be more of an observer of the thoughts rather than participating in engaging with those
This is
thoughts.
me doing meditation. Ready? Oh.
Yeah, that's
2
fine.
seconds.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 seconds.
That's fine.
That's they all go. It's okay if you fall asleep.
Yeah.
I go, oh, cool. Then I've been meditating my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
I meditate at all points. I meditate at red lights sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, oh, I was
No, that's
meditating.
sleeping.
I meditated every movie I go see.
That is true.
No.
You do.
I can't wait till Mission Impossible comes out so I can figure out what that was that
Yeah.
I saw in the movie. I have no idea what's
I
going
know
on.
Tom Cruise was in it, but
And Han Solo showed up.
yeah.
Solo was
Danny
there.
DeVito.
I was having a great weekend this weekend because my wife was going out of town with my daughter. She's meeting some friends at Disney. And
You
then-
guys are going to New Orleans to
Yeah.
see
That's
the
right.
Bucks play.
yeah, I had a free weekend, like to even do something crazy like that. And guess what I ended up doing?
What happened?
I'm going to Disney.
Oh yeah.
I think that was part of my daughter's long game
I think
yesterday.
so. Yeah.
She made me want to hang out with her now.
Yeah.
But I'm not going
Smart.
to Disney. I'm just going to the Orlando with them. I go, you guys go. I'll be at the beach. I mean I'll be at the pool rather at the hotel.
That does.
Do you want to party in Orlando Saturday night? I'm going to be over there.
Are you really? What are you doing?
I'm going
He's gonna
to
see the
Flogging
Strokes.
Molly and no,
Ooh.
the Bronx. Get out of here, the Strokes.
You said the Strokes yesterday.
No, I didn't. I said the Bronx.
You said
You
the
said the
Strokes.
Strokes.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
did I?
Yeah, that's why I was
At
like,
House of
Joe,
Blues?
you're not going?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flogging Molly,
Because I
right?
remember going.
Flogging Molly in the Bronx. Well, I think he may have jumped in and said
Yeah,
the Strokes.
I heard what you said.
Yeah.
Flogging Molly in the Bronx.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't hear.
He's a-
Don't listen to
All
him.
right.
Don't
I
listen
heard
to
what
Gio.
You
Joe
said
said.
Flogging Molly in the Strokes.
What
And
did
I thought,
what did I say, Carmen?
You said Bronx.
play it. Play it. I'll bet you $1,000.
I think he said the Strokes.
No, you said you went like this. You went, I'm going to see Flogging Molly and the Strokes, and I thought that's weird. Is Flogging Molly opening for the Strokes? Like, how does that work out? And I said, Joe, the Strokes, and you're not going, and that was it. We moved on.
I
House
think
of
you.
Blues.
I think
think
you
so.
heard the Strokes in your
Yeah.
head.
Well, maybe that could be true.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
that's what it
remember
was.
saying how much I like Flogging Molly when he mentioned it.
Yeah,
When Larry
I never heard Strokes at all.
yeah, I said
mentioned.
Bronx.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was off air
No,
because I also remember
maybe
you
it was
said
Mike.
Strokes.
Maybe it was Mike. Just like he didn't get the email.
I thought
Yeah.
you had House of
Yeah.
Blues.
I didn't get the email. I was right.
Sorry. No, you should have got an email if you.
No, listen to me.
Yeah,
I got
does he get
I got
one?
several people email me yesterday, like big time, people that were nominated that said, my Gallstad Foundation. They were nominated for best foundation or whatever, and they said they never got an email either on the
Really?
final
Were they,
step.
were they a finalist?
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's weird.
I saw Johnny B with his finalist award and Dizzy.
Yeah,
Did they give you an award for being a finalist?
Yeah.
they give you
Oh,
a
I
thing that
didn't know
says
Runner
finalist. Yeah,
Oh,
Dizzy
wow.
said that Johnny lost to a magician.
Johnny lost to a magician. We lost best morning show to a guy who doesn't have a radio show.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, creative loafing. You really let it go.
Yeah.
You really lost us this year.
Can't believe a word you print now.
Yeah. We should
Yellow
boycott it
journalism.
next year.
Mhm.
You are no longer the New York Times of Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Let's
now
go.
I'm gonna be like, oh, St. Pete Blues Fest, or is it happening? I don't
I bet
know.
they're happy, and it's probably not even St. Pete.
Yeah.
Nobody's got the blues anymore. Did you see the who was it? The politician that was playing the guitar yesterday, and singing the blues.
Oh, yeah.
Was it the Secretary of State? I don't remember who it was.
I want to say Yunkin, but I don't think that was it.
I think you're right. But anyway, did you see that, Calvin? I couldn't figure out if he was playing. He didn't move his hand at
Oh,
all.
I didn't see. I mean, I saw briefly there or whatever, but I didn't see him actually play. I can investigate and tell you
Yeah.
whether he is. I got to tell you, have you ever seen where they do that split screen top and bottom?
Yeah.
And they just have a lady sitting in
Oh,
a rocking
yeah.
chair,
Yeah.
and then she's wailing Van Halen.
I
and
love that.
But she's like making the faces and doing the stuff, whatever. And you're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And then you realize it when it's just a little bit off. You're like, oh, I got it.
It was Senator or Secretary of State Blinken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Hoochie Coochie Man is what he
Abe
played.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he was
Johnny
playing it.
Hooker.
He was singing it, but I don't think he was playing it.
It does not, from the way he's holding the guitar, it looks like
Well, he was
he's
left-handed, so
holding a chord. Yeah, but
right, but he didn't move from that chord.
yeah, that's a little sus, as
Yeah.
they say.
And also, don't be an adult and say hoochie coochie, man.
Yeah, it's not at a political dinner. I would stay away from Hoochie Coochie Man, but
Hey, look, if you're good, like Bill Clinton playing the saxophone was
Great.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
The sunglasses and all
I
that.
enjoyed it.
If you're
Yeah.
good, get out there and wail. You
Yeah.
know, Obama could play basketball. He was playing basketball. Like those things work out. But don't Trump was wailing on McDonald's.
This guy looks like he's never held a guitar in his life.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
but he's holding it lefty, so it always is going to be weird. You know.
Yeah, but he's still.
I discovered a new thing on the internet that I love more than anything, more than porn, more than
Whoa.
OnlyFans, more than cabin pictures, more than RVs. Dude, I know I'm late to the game because I know Galvin, I think he's mentioned this before, but I can watch pandas all day.
Oh. Yeah, the
I
red
wa-
pandas or regular
No,
pandas?
regular panda. Listen to me. I watched a regular panda. He had a wooden chair. Did you see this one? It was a wooden rocking chair. And he sat in the chair like a little fat man rocking, and the chair fell backwards, and he fell over, and he picked the chair up, and he threw it off the mountain. And I was like, I'm a panda. I am a panda.
Oh, it's so funny. There's all videos that say how do pandas ever live?
Yeah.
Like how do they even possibly live? By the way, did you? I was watching this Blinken play. Yes, he is playing.
Oh, he is playing.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's just playing rhythm, and he's
Yeah.
just doing the chord. He's doing that.
I hope he's playing Can't Be a Fetterman.
But I didn't know whether you said it or not. Did you see where we're giving back the pandas?
Yeah.
No.
And
China.
now we're not going to have any pandas.
Yeah.
This will be the first time in a long time where we don't have any actual pandas
I'm
in
gonna get
the
one.
United States.
If
China
anybody
says,
knows,
give us back our damn pandas.
anybody
Yeah.
knows where I can get a panda, please let me know.
Yeah.
Hey, also, I was watching the panda, and the panda looks like a little fat man walking around. He does. Like, the panda got in a rocking chair and fell backwards.
Yeah.
And then he got mad. He picked it up, he threw it off the mountain. I was like, this is the best thing ever. And then I thought, there's your aliens right there.
Oh, yeah.
They're panda people.
Yeah,
And then
100%.
there's the pandas that won't let the worker do his job.
Yeah.
And that's so funny. And then there's a job where you just go and snuggle pandas.
Yes,
Which
I
is
know.
I want that
fantastic.
job.
Yeah.
The panda was playing, the guy was squirting with the hose.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
just takes the hose away from him and just starts squirting himself. Pandas are awesome.
I like when they make the panda ride the bicycle.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
they
know.
nail his feet to
That's
it.
my
Oh.
favorite.
There was a comedian, I forget what his name was, but he was talking about pandas. He goes, technically they're a bear. He goes, but they're not like a bear, like a grizzly bear or something like that. You know, pandas are like, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. And then it sees itself in the mirror and it goes, I'm adorable.
All right, let's take a break. It's Friday. Let's get the show going this morning. Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys is going to join us today. On the day where NSYNC is going to celebrate their reunion tour, Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys is joining us. He's coming to town with a solo tour. We'll talk to him. Nick Carter, been on the show before or not?
I thought so.
No.
No, not that I'm aware of. I don't know.
Nick
Not that-
Carter was on the
Right?
show because I said to him, it was when Lance Bass first came out as being gay, and I go, any of those Backstreet Boys gay? And he goes, no, none of these monkeys swing from that vine. That was his answer. I remember that this morning. I was like, oh, he has been on the show. So Nick Carter will join
Oh,
us a little
yeah.
bit later on the program. He wasn't even being like disparaging. He was just saying, "Nah, we don't go down that road. None of us monkeys swing on that vine." That was great. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll dive into Sporcle. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away today. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
It's the Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone. And now, another Bone traffic update from the Safe Touch Security Traffic Center.
Traffic is brought to you by Fettermen Automotive. So there is some construction going.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now.
6:50 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. We were just talking about that sneaker guy off the air.
Yeah.
I was watching the Cobbler yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
I had to tell you. He makes me want to buy a pair of shoes, ruin it, and send it to him. It's so awesome to watch.
Yeah.
You made me want a piece of peach cobbler.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought you were talking about the Adam Sandler movie, The Cobbler.
I didn't even know there was an
I
Adam
think
Sandler.
so, yeah.
Sounds about right, though.
Do you know that's what a leprechaun's actual job is?
No.
Is a cobbler.
I did not know that.
That's what leprechauns are.
I
They're
thought they
cobblers.
just stole other people's gold.
Great
they
job.
made
That's what I
cookies.
thought.
That's
Yeah.
that's side
They
business.
don't make
Uh,
cookies?
Those are elves.
No,
Oh,
those are
all right,
elves.
okay.
Those
Leprechauns
that's
are cobblers.
Yeah, yeah.
Did not
Michael,
know
I
that.
need that cobbler's information. I
Why,
have-
you got an old pair of shoes?
Yes, I have
Please.
like a super high heel pair of 70s platform
Please,
shoes.
can we go deliver it to him so
Yeah.
I can watch him work? He's in
absolutely.
Lakeland.
They're pretty awesome shoes. I'm not
He'll
gonna
actually
lie.
do video of it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
might.
yeah.
He might.
He'll do it.
Maybe.
He'll put it up on the
That'd be
internet.
nice.
His Instagram account is American Cobbler, I believe, and it's just great. He got a pair with a letter, and he was reading the letter while he fixes the shoes, like over the video.
Oh yeah.
And it was from his cousin, and it was his cousin's favorite pair of like cowboy boots, and they just looked awful. I'm like, why would you save these things? And then when he was done, I went, oh my god, he just made a whole new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what he charges. Like what does that cost if you just buy another pair of shoes? Like if you bring it to him and he's like, well, that'll be $150, but like, well, I probably could have bought a new pair of boots. Now in
Yeah,
Joe's case, it's different because you're trying to salvage a pair of old boots. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's cost effective, but I mean, if you have a favorite pair and you love them and they can be restored, it's just like a car.
It was
You know, think about a
so
car. If
interesting to
you have a
watch.
classic car and you get it restored, yeah, you're probably going to put more money in. You can go buy a regular car, but those are classic.
Yeah.
you know.
Sentimental value.
Well,
Yeah.
and what I've gathered from his page actually is that when you buy a pair of those type of shoes, there's some type of pad in them that forms perfectly to your feet.
So you
just restore everything else and leave
Yeah.
that pad, and they're always broken in, which sounds awesome.
It is. It's so interesting to watch. I never cared about shoes. I don't have a lot of shoes. I don't really care about it at all. But watch this guy take that little tool and scrape the edge off, and then cut in a piece that fits right on the bottom. I'm obsessed with it. That and pandas, my two favorite things. Carmen, what are we giving away today?
We're giving away tickets to the 1975 Beach Boys or TSO.
All right. All right. That's not bad. TSO is a big deal. Everybody loves TSO. And then the Beach Boys is with an orchestra. I think that'd be kind of cool.
And you never know if John Stamos was going to show up.
It's true. I mean, if they're going to have an orchestra. The only problem with the Beach Boys is it's really just Mike Love and I think one other guy. No, I think it's just Mike Love. And then a bunch of young guys, and they do all the singing. So you're really not watching the Beach Boys. You're watching Mike Love.
Right.
Which is fine because, you know.
Those songs it doesn't matter. When you hear them, they're great.
You have a good time either way.
He looks so angry when he's up there.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like an angry old man.
Was it you and I who went, Joe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is an angry old man.
Yeah.
He is anti-vax. I jokingly said to him, we went to go take the picture or something, and he said he was not feeling good or something. He goes, I don't want to get you sick, but and I go, don't worry, I'm double vaccinated, like making a joke, and he goes, oh, I hope you're not, because that's like, oh, Jesus, here we go. I open up a can of worms.
It's hard to look angry when you're just shaking a tambourine, but
Yeah.
he manages to pull it off.
This is true. All right.
And singing about how wouldn't it be nice?
It'd be nice if he smiled.
All right, let's give some stuff away with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Sporcle is brought to you by our friends at Lifeguard Imaging, lifeguardimaging.com. Cancer, heart disease, silent killers. But you can go get scanned at Lifeguard Imaging and find out. Get it early. Give yourself peace of mind. Lifeguardimaging.com. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing silent letters. Can you name the following words that contain silent letters? And I will give you the letter that is silent. Okay.
Joe, remind me after this is over about the gun. Just say the gun.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Real
Silent.
quick, Mike is going for 3 in a row.
Damn
Gio,
it.
you have been activated.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, your first one, A, is the silent letter. Absorb knowledge.
Learn.
Learn.
Spanish. B. Sorry. Nuanced.
Subtle.
Spanish. C. To bring charges against.
Convict.
Indict.
Indict. Geo. Activated.
Activated.
D. Day of the week.
Wednesday.
Spanish.
Oh, I'm saying them in my head.
Okay.
Say them out
Yeah,
loud?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I need to hear them.
All right.
E. Center of an apple.
Core.
Core is correct. Pap.
Spanish.
Oh.
Spanish gets the point.
Oh.
Carmen,
Ho, ho, ho.
Carmen, I've been emailing them to you. Have you been getting them?
I have not.
I
I'm
wrote
sorry.
mine on a piece of paper. I set it on the desk behind you.
Oh, darn it.
I'm holding it up to the camera.
Well, never get that. Your next one, G. Toasting drink on New Year's Eve.
Champagne.
Champagne.
Yes. Whoever was before Spanish.
That was,
Michael.
Yeah.
Mike
Thank
gets
you.
the point.
Thank you very much.
Could not tell the voice.
The sexy one.
H. Casper.
Ghost.
Or Mike.
I'm back, baby.
I. Amigo.
Friend.
Mike. K. Leg joint.
Knee.
Me.
Spanish.
Slow it down, buddy. Slow it down.
Oh.
Oof. And we are halfway there.
Galvin is not on the board. Gio has 1. Michael has 3. And
up.
Spanish is your leader by 2. He's got 5.
You got
All
this.
right, I'm going to start doing them out loud now.
Okay, thank you.
Spanish Streak Slayer.
All right, your next one, L. Sockeye.
Salmon.
Mike. M. Formula or phrase to assist in memorization.
Pneumatic.
Galvin.
You're playing now?
Yep.
N. Fall.
Autumn.
Mike. O. Spotted member of the cat family and Mac OS.
Leopard.
X. Spanish. P. Proof of a retail transaction.
Receipt.
Mike. We're going to jump to X. The largest South Dakota city.
Sioux Falls.
What'd you say, Mike?
Sioux Falls.
Sioux City.
Sioux Falls City.
Sue.
Sioux.
I mean, I got the Sioux.
No, it's on the paper.
It's what's on the paper.
I got the part with the X.
No.
It's what's on the
Oh,
paper.
my God.
That is Galvin.
And what is it called? What does it say?
Sue.
Sioux.
Sioux,
Just
South
says-
Dakota?
It just says Sioux.
No, it's wrong.
City. It's a city.
No.
Sioux Falls City.
It's the largest South Dakota
Sioux
city.
Studio.
Galvin gets a point.
Galvin gets the point. Jumping to Z now. To meet at an agreed upon time
Rendezvous.
and place. Mike
Oh.
and Pap, we are on the last three.
Gio dead last. He's got a single point. Galvin's got 2. Spanish has 6. And Michael is your leader by 1. He has 7.
I'm going to sue you.
Spanish. Activated.
The actor.
Oh, no.
All right. Your next silent letter is S. Long blank. Silent letter S.
Long?
Long island.
Oh, that's the bad hint.
Well, not really. Next, T. Loan on a house.
Dad. No.
Mortgage.
Mortgage. Mike.
Close the door.
And this is the last one. U. Basketball position.
Guard.
Mike.
Your final score.
I've paid my dues.
Gio had 1. Galvin had 2. Spanish with 6. And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 9.
Well. Well, people. We've come to a crossroad. Do we go back to Promises? Because everybody loves it. Or do we come up with a new song?
I mean, it's your rule.
I know. I was at a crossroads. Yeah, I was thinking about it myself.
I don't know. I mean, promises is a guaranteed smash, but
I mean,
I like Promises with a twist. Promises, and you have to say something nice to the Promises theme.
Promises. He's a liar. Something nice.
I'll take it.
Promises. Guys, let's go to New Orleans. We're going to Disney instead.
Something nice.
Something nice.
promises. Oktoberfest is gonna be awesome. Something nice.
I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Joe,
Yes, Michael.
you didn't remind me about the gun.
Michael, what about the
Failure.
gun?
No, I already got-
Leave
I
the
already
gun,
thought-
take the cannoli.
Oh, no, I want cannolis.
Oh, sorry.
Don't leave the gun at Disney.
Oh
No.
Again.
I can't talk about the gun. I can't talk about the gun thing on the air, but I just want to remind you going into break so I can tell you. Okay. All right, Calvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, bad news for Fettermen. Be careful at the drive-thru. An end of an era.
Bad news for Fettermen. All right, we'll take a break. We come back. Calvin's got your news. We will do that next. Nick Carter will join us on the show from the Backstreet Boys. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the
It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Why is that happening?
I don't know. Something happened where it's out of phase now. You're not getting a stereo feed from something.
That's weird.
There may be a setting on that computer, or there might be something with the board, but I would say it's probably the
Hold
computer.
on. I want to hear it again from the beginning. You
Yeah,
don't even hear that.
right, because it's in the other channel. I don't know which one, left or right. And then the other one comes in. There's
All
Malcolm.
right, anyway. It's the Mike Calta Show. Welcome back, 7:12 on a Friday morning. That is just weird. I don't know what. That just started happening the other day. We heard something. We were like, what the hell's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
so I'm assuming that something was engaged or something happened.
Oh, let's play
Engage.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
We got a good show today. Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys is going to join us, and I can't think of a guest that has gotten more text messages or phone calls to say, hey, is Nick Carter coming in studio, or is he? I mean, girls love that guy. Love him.
And what did the people think? That they could maybe stop by and if he was coming in studio?
Yeah, I would think that would be the thing, which has happened before. You know what I mean? I don't mind if friends that I have come by, but I mean, I think other people think they're just going to wait outside. Yeah, go to the Bone Studio and say, people will be there.
Who was the most surprising that asked?
Amanda Calta.
Oh.
She was like, is he coming here? And I go, no, he's not coming here. No, I don't know. There was a couple of people who I'd expected from. And then So Fast, and I said, I think Soph, though, didn't really care about Nick Carter. She just needed to know whether or not she should put makeup on before she comes in here today. So,
My wife, the complete opposite. Is Andrew WK going to be in studio?
yeah, it's so funny. I don't know who, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not wearing shoes today. I do have a pair of shoes here next to me. I'm just not wearing them right now. Yeah. There are days where I know we have people coming in that I have to dress slightly different. You know, I kind of sometimes have to make sure I have sleeves on.
Well, clearly Joe thought Nick Carter was coming in.
Yeah, he dressed
right.
fashion icon style.
Big Browns fan.
Dressed up.
What if Nick Carter looked at you and said, I like that look, and the next time you saw him, he was in the brown and orange thing?
Oh, I think
He dressed for fall.
I think I'd be flattered.
Yeah?
I would
He
say
stole
okay.
his stolen valor at that point.
No, it's not stolen
he's an
valor.
icon. You model yourself after him.
What if Joe wound up going on tour with him and it was his fashion designer?
That was
Fashion
I
great.
can help. I can help you, Nick.
Travis Kelce wore that dumb jacket with Taylor Swift, and the whole thing sold out.
That was
See?
jacket and pants.
Yeah.
That whole thing. That was a
You
weird
can't even
outfit.
buy it now just because he wore it when in the picture with her.
I'm
Who
coming
are
out with a
you
line
people?
of custom
That's
hoodies.
wild, dude.
Okay, so what's going on? Are they dating or not?
I'm assuming so.
Right? I mean,
listen,
No.
probably, or they're doing it for to get
ratings.
even more famous.
Massive
but
publicity.
also
he
who
went to the
cares?
concert.
Yeah.
And he went to before they were together or whatever, and was talking about how he wanted to meet her and he liked her and all that stuff. So was that part of this big buildup, or did she hear about that and she was like, "I'd like to meet him"? And I kind of want to know. I don't care, as a matter of
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he seems like a very much a self promoter, so he may have had
Right.
this,
Well,
all
I
put
said
together.
said to Spencer, how cool is it that you can say, I want to date Taylor Swift, and then you're literally apparently dating Taylor Swift.
No, but this is the other thing about Hollywood is that Gwen Stefani and what's his face?
Gavin
Rossdale are married, and then he cheats on her. It's a big thing. And then 2 minutes later, she's dating Blake Shelton, and he's dating some other girl. And Hollywood people don't take a break, man.
Yeah.
Like they don't. It's like they have another one in the wings. Just as soon as something happens, they got another one ready to go. And it's never like, oh, he's dating this girl that works at Publix. He's dating another superstar.
Well, two things. One, I think that we see it and we don't see these people, so we think it happens immediately.
Yeah.
But there's probably 6 to 8 months in between, and you're like, the next time you see them, they're with Blake
Yeah.
Shelton, and you're like, oh, immediately.
Like when we find out about their breakup, it's probably been over
Right,
for 3 months.
right,
or-
exactly. And then
Right.
also, I can't imagine, and there are famous people that are married to, regular people, but I can't imagine a superstar marrying someone that works at Publix. It would just be so out of their realm they would be like,
a guy marrying a girl at Publix, I can understand. A girl marrying a girl superstar marrying a guy at Publix, not happening.
No.
Yeah.
Like Jenny McCarthy said it, that she couldn't date a guy that made less than $1 million a year because he couldn't keep up with her lifestyle.
Right? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Just traveling and doing different stuff. He'd be like, I have to work this weekend.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know if Carmen's mic is on, and I think it's
Sure it is.
it's all staged. I think it's like when old school kings would marry off their kids, and then their businesses would intertwine.
This is
and
the
things.
NFL trying to grab a whole new audience of young girls.
I think it's all totally
And then when
staged.
she plays the Super Bowl halftime show,
Yeah.
it'll all come together.
Two things. One, the NFL doesn't need any more people.
Yeah.
And
Well,
two,
sure,
They
They
do.
always
They need Taylor
That-
Swift.
that's,
And they're trying to get kids. They're
they-
doing the Toy Story thing.
Girls.
Start them young.
They said that the ticket sales for the Jets-Chiefs game increased by 400%.
That economy thing, JP Morgan Chase did the study, and it talks about how women are going to be the driving economic force in this country by 2025.
no one knows this better than me.
Yeah.
The reason why this show is so successful is because of the women.
Yeah.
We knew that we were going to have men listening. Yeah, Carmen. I mean, I'm being honest. We knew that we were going to have men listening because of the format of the show and because of the format of when we played music. They wrote off women. They said women won't listen, but that's okay because we'll go listen to Magic or whatever else we own. And the women were like, "No, we're not idiots. We like a good show too, and we
Thanks,
listen."
sluts.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
They like-
seriously,
they like that. They like that.
Yeah.
Come to, yeah.
So thank you, ladies, for listening to the show.
Travis Kelce's jersey instantly became the #1 selling
Yeah.
jersey in the entire league.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't wait till all those girls are burning the jerseys when he breaks up with
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
yeah.
You hurt Tay-Tay, we coming for you.
That's another thing, though. I mean, how many jerseys do you have to? So if Travis Kelce sold 200 jerseys last week, he's now the best-selling jersey in the NFL.
I think it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You think a bunch of little Swiftie girls went out and bought
Yes,
Kelce jerseys?
absolutely.
That's
the
what
parents did.
That's the plan, Michael.
The moms are now excited because their daughters are excited about football as they are, except they're not. They're excited about Taylor Swift.
Right.
But now you get parents that are excited because their kids are going to the game because Taylor Swift is there.
Out of all my stories and things that came out of this, memes and stuff, the best is the that Brittany Mahomes is angry over the whole thing. It's so funny.
But it's so funny because there's so many dads that are like, the daughters are going to be like, no, which one's trying to shut up?
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch football.
100%.
Yeah, the video. Did you see the video of the military guy? He's taking off his boots, and she's like, I mean, it's so nice of her to help out this guy's career. I know that there's a lot of those videos of this guy's a military guy, and he just looks and he makes a face and he goes, "Come on, stop it!" He just gets mad at her.
The game also had 24.3 million viewers, and it was the most watched NFL game that week by a mile.
Yeah, and
And
the
his-
advertisers are just rubbing their hands
400%
together like Mr. Burns.
400% increase on jersey sales.
Gavin Newsom just said the same thing. He said the same thing about Taylor Swift. He's like, Taylor Swift has an interesting
6
impact
nights
on
of,
politicians or on political
economy.
sways.
Yeah,
dude.
6 nights of sold-out shows in L.A. I'm sure that helped him out a lot.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
Could Taylor Swift be president?
Yeah.
Yes.
Easily.
No way.
Yeah.
When
Yes.
these girls become
There's
voting
no
age.
way.
100%.
Not today, but eventually, yes.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
if she ran right now.
No way.
100%.
Yes.
No way.
100%.
Yeah.
No way.
You said that about Michelle Obama, our next president.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No way.
Everybody said that about Trump, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
We've been wrong before.
Yep.
Man.
No way.
It's
Wrong.
getting wild.
Oh,
Things
this
are
is
getting
wrong.
wild out there, man.
Travels
If
the
you're
globe.
Taylor Swift's dad and she's dated, all these heffanooch musicians, and you're like, all right, yeah, hello, yes, what is that, an IPA you're drinking? Great, good to see you. Now you're like, oh, Travis Kelce. I like
Yeah,
that.
but he's
I
half
like that.
Fanooch too.
Oh, come on.
He is. He
Oh,
is.
wow.
He's very I'm a celebrity and he had the dating show that he was on. He does a lot of stuff.
I think he's maximizing his time and his celebrity time. I think that's the smart thing. That's where the money is,
I think it's same, just two different views of the same thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think he does love the attention, and he does seem to show it in weird ways sometimes that are definitely cringe. But I don't, if that's how he's going to make extra side cash, I don't hate
Yeah,
on
but
that.
there's certain guys that are football players because they love football
Exactly.
and they're great at it, and they become famous just because, and they're not even trying to be. But I think he is pushing to be more famous. He wants to be famous. Listen, he's a great football player. He can do whatever he wants. I'm
He was
just
on
saying,
that show where they lived in the simulation to be on Mars. He was great in that too. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's smart. I think Warren Sapp used to take his helmet off after every play.
Yeah.
Every play, and we asked him about that, and he said because you're out there doing this, you're everybody's favorite player, then you go out and nobody knows who you are because they never get to see you. And I thought that's just brilliant. That's brilliant.
One of the all-time
The one
greatest.
guy who doesn't want anybody to talk to him in public.
Yeah.
One of the all-time greatest photos of Sapp is his helmet came off during the play, and he's literally sacking Brett Favre. He's
Yep.
over on top of Brett
With
Favre.
his dreads.
And it dreads and the helmet's
Yeah.
off. It's the best.
No braids, not dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the best is the year that he had that big afro, and every time he took his helmet off, it went poof, just poofed out. Yeah, it's smart. I mean, those things give you a leg up on everybody else, and that's what people care about. I mean, David Wells going out there and wearing that Babe Ruth hat was probably as impactful as it was of him throwing the perfect game, because he just made the news for the next 2 days in everybody's feed, and that was really before things went viral and stuff. So
You know what I'm
They're saying
amazed?
that's.
what, Carmen?
I was gonna say they're saying that's what this whole Travis Kelce Taylor Swift thing is, because he's 33 and on the brink of retiring in the next 2-3 years, probably.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're saying this is just getting his name out there, so after he retires, he can go on to do so much more.
But
just
what is
because
the
he's
plan?
attached to Taylor Swift.
But what is the plan? Like, are you saying like it's all manufactured, or just he's just doing it so that he can get the recognition?
It's all manufactured.
But how
it's
do you? But
like
she
they're
doesn't need
PR
it.
people.
But she doesn't need it, and they're not paying her.
She needs a new album. Baby.
She's getting
But,
Let it go.
but she can
here-
put out an album of her crying like a cat, and everybody's gonna buy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but
Right,
here's
but
the thing: like Coca-Cola still spends the most money on advertising. They're Coca-Cola. You know, they're the biggest thing out there.
Do you think if Coca-Cola went for a year without advertising anywhere, that their
They would-
sales would go down?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably
Maybe
not
eventually.
not much, but it doesn't matter. They still do that, and it's just the top of mind.
Right,
keeping
but what
it on
I'm
people's-
saying, I'm not saying it's not effective. What I'm saying is that why are you pitching this to Taylor Swift? She
But
does not. She does not need this, and certainly right now, she just sold out 6 nights in
she
LA.
Right, but
doesn't
listen-
need it, but it's definitely benefiting her.
And
It's
think about-
absolutely benefiting.
It's
her.
all.
And-
It's right now one of the top 5 stories everywhere.
But
And
that's
think
because
about
of
this.
her. Go ahead, Carmen. I'm sorry.
All of her major songs are about a famous person. Everyone knows the song that's about John Mayer. Everyone knows the song
Not
that's
everyone.
about
Harry Styles and they're one.
Harry Styles. Everyone knows what song is about which famous person. So this is just like a waiting anticipation album to come out because it's going to be all about him.
And
Right.
And then
It-
after that, you know what I mean? But her fans connect to that because they
Yeah.
like knowing who she's singing about.
Show me
you-
a football jersey and rip it off.
Yeah, you have the backlash coming, you know, so he's got to be ready for that because there's definitely going to be backlash.
Oh, I mean, she is so much more famous than he
Yeah.
Oh,
ever could
sure.
have dreamt of being.
But that's why I'm saying like it doesn't make sense to me. Like Hollywood manufactures celebrity relationships all the time for this very reason. This just doesn't seem like it benefits her. Do you follow what I'm saying?
But
Like,
it does.
But it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I mean, you know,
it's such a story.
you're number one, but you can always be more number one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Controlling the headlines for
And
days.
think about like all the dads now that are listening to Taylor Swift because of Travis Kelce.
You think that dads are running out and buying Taylor Swift
There are
albums because
some.
Travis
No.
Kelce's
There
banging
are
her?
some.
But
Oh, yeah.
but there's also dads way more like they're gonna buy their daughters tickets and they're gonna go with them to the concert because of this now.
Because they might see Travis Kelce.
No, because their daughters are gonna be like, oh my God, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. So now they have something to bond over.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's
Dude,
people that
like-
watch the game on Sunday just because they think she's going to be there.
Look, you people are all idiots. I'm just telling you that right now.
They're
Not
all
you.
idiots.
No, I didn't mean you, Carmen. I meant the people that are watching this game just because of this.
There are
You're idiots.
parents that let their kids dress as animals and go to school.
Yeah.
Dads are buying their
But
kids Taylor Swift albums.
Like Gio said, the outfit that Travis was wearing
Yeah.
sold out. Like, who are the idiots that
It
are
was a-
doing that?
Yeah.
Those are the same idiots that are now buying Taylor Swift's albums or doing whatever. Yes, it's amazing.
I
and think-
underestimate the idiots.
yes, that's the problem.
The one
That's
thing,
the problem.
the one thing that COVID should have taught everybody is that groups of people are willing to blindly follow stuff
Yeah.
without any
Yeah.
question whatsoever.
Well, you're
Whether
talking about the
that's-
difference between a government and a football player and a singer.
It's all the same. How is that not? How is that not? It's all people that are
'cause we
pushed to prominence.
Yeah, but we hope to God, whether it's right or wrong, that our government is there for us, serving us.
Right. Oh, that's
Who's
a good
hoping
hope.
that?
That's
Right.
a good hope.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure,
but that's the
yeah.
whole point of it. I mean, we
But you
elected them, we paid
understand-
for them.
Yeah, but-
Again, underestimating the idiots. You understand how many people would listen to a celebrity over the
Yeah.
government.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Yeah,
finding these
sure.
things
Or
out.
over
Yeah.
a doctor,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
over anybody.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, well, that's not what Taylor Swift said.
You know, what I
She
won't
said
listen
that,
to. I won't listen to Roseanne.
No.
God, Roseanne bugs me whenever I hear this. Going, I liked you when you were on the show. The show was good. The Roseanne show was a great.
Even the
show.
reboot was good. It was pretty funny. The first, I saw like 2 or 3 episodes. It was
The ones
funny.
with her on it.
Yeah.
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 I would imagine so.
You have to imagine she was like, "Good luck making it without me," and now it's in its like 8th season.
The other day I was like, "Is that Connor still on the air?" That's
is,
crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
By the way, Laurie Metcalf may be
She's
one
the
of
best.
the best actresses of
Yeah,
our
she's
time.
good.
She can do anything.
Yeah, she's really funny on that show. She's a really good actress in movies. Yeah,
So is
she's
John
really
Goodman. John Goodman is
Yeah.
John
fantastic.
Goodman is great, and John Goodman is missing out on something. He should be doing the voiceover for everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
For
voice is great.
everything.
Mhm.
I mean, he really is great.
That's my ultimate job, is to do voiceovers. I could just sit in a room and
Yeah.
read all day
Yeah.
and just do that and then be done. That'd be
Name
awesome.
one movie that John Goodman has been in, one vehicle, TV show, anything where he wasn't great in it. Even if it was a terrible movie, he is great in it.
Him and that
The Flintstones, I agree. A majestic performance.
I
loved it.
The stupid
Cloverleaf.
Robo
Yeah. Oh,
robot thing, whatever. Transformers.
Yeah.
He does the voice, and you're like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Cloverleaf. That Cloverleaf movie that he was
Cloverfield?
in.
Yeah.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Sorry, that he was really good in that. That movie was really good.
really
to me.
good.
Yeah.
He was scary in that movie.
Because I didn't know what was going on
Yeah.
the whole time. I liked it.
I don't like when guys like Chris Farley and John Goodman go from being like the funny, happy dad to being like a scary serial killer or rapist. It freaks me out.
He can do it all.
yeah, but he's good and it freaks me out. I don't like it.
John Goodman built that bunker underneath the ground in Kansas or wherever they were, and he had a air filtration system, water coming in. I mean, that was the
Yeah.
best. If all you had to do is just stay in that hole, that was the thing. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Wasn't John Goodman in Blues Brothers 2000?
Yes, but that's not his fault.
Yeah,
That's not his fault.
That's why just one. I mean, he's
man.
made
Not his
probably
fault.
100
You
movies.
had to.
Just one.
It's not his
Man.
fault. Oh, he's been true. in That's other true. bad movies, but it's not his fault.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was bad in that,
He's
too.
very bad.
It was a bad movie, and he was bad in it.
Yeah, you're not.
It was very
You're not
cringe.
Belushi. Sorry.
I just saw them as they were like, Aykroyd is just going, well, we can get money out of this. Let's just milk this.
Yeah, I blame Aykroyd.
David
There's a kid.
Spade, when he did the Hollywood Minute or whatever it was, he said about Blues Brother 2000, he goes, why don't you guys go back to smoking pot and just thinking about bad ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
horrible.
awful.
Remember, there's a kid. In
Yeah,
there?
you got to bring a kid in.
No.
The best part about the original Blues Brothers is as you're watching the movie that you've probably seen 100 times or whatever, but as you're watching the movie, you're like, who pitched this idea for a movie? This is the most insane thing, and it just all works so, but like it's so non-traditional of
Yeah.
anything, and it's just great, man. It's just great.
I'd watched that movie since I was a kid, and there was once I became an adult, there were so many jokes that I
You missed
didn't
the first
get
time?
as
Sure,
a kid
yeah.
that I ended up getting as an adult. Like in the beginning when he's getting he's like one prophylactic,
Yeah.
one soiled.
Do you,
That's
do you-
Frank Oz.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember that. As a kid, I didn't know what that meant.
when he when I'm going to take an example of my mother failing as a parent, thank God. We were at my grandmother's house in New Jersey, and they had HBO, and we didn't have HBO in our house. And Blues Brothers was on, and my mother fell asleep on the couch, and I'm watching Blues Brothers, and she wakes up, and she sees that it's Blues Brothers, and I had to be like maybe like 11, and she looks at the TV, and she looks at me, she goes, "You've seen this already, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Okay," and she went back to sleep. Like that
So
was her
good.
gauge on whether or not I should be able to watch Blues Brothers. I'm like, yeah, Dad took us to see Porky's in the movie theater. We're okay. It's interesting. I have a very obviously, how I feel about my kids, cursing in front of them and all that stuff. My daughter and I have a great relationship where I curse in front of her, she curses to me, but she doesn't do it to anybody else, like not even to my wife. And she doesn't do it at school. She doesn't do it with her friends and all that. It's just a thing that her and I have. And we don't even celebrate it anymore. It's just a natural thing. But some of her friends, like their parents won't let them watch certain movies or TV shows or do certain things because of just language. And that to me is just so foreign. Not that it's bad, not that it makes you a good or bad parent. It's just foreign to me. Like that never hurt anybody. I don't know. It's how everybody talks in real life. And, I'd rather her just not be sheltered. I don't really understand that point. But I'm not saying I'm right either. I just, all parenting styles are different. Kids are different.
There's a weird balance. It depends on the kid because my wife, she teaches like 3rd grade, and she's had kids tell her to go F herself in the classroom.
And that will never fly with me.
It depends on the
Even
kid,
if the
but
teacher deserved it, that doesn't fly with
when
me.
my kids were little, I tried briefly to like not curse in front of them. Then I was like, I don't care, whatever.
It's
like, I
funny
never-
because in a situation like that, that's more about the parents because of the kid's attitude. Like if the kid said a word that he accidentally said and didn't realize the meaning of it or something because he heard it in
Yeah.
a movie, that's one thing. But if he's telling her to go, you know,
Yeah,
and,
that's a bad
and
kid.
the response, that's just a bad kid with a bad attitude and probably bad parents.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of other stuff going on besides
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have, Joey's 17, and I've only heard him curse a handful of times. It literally only heard him curse a handful of times, and they're only S word, or if I overhear him with his friends, it's a different story. But never to me, never in front of me, never. It's just a weird thing. That's just the kind of kids they are.
Movies, I was never worried about cursing around when my kids were a little smaller, but it was always like some of the sexual stuff. I would try and protect them from that because they're little. But
Yeah, that's
cursing never bothered me at all.
the sexual stuff is pretty. It's pretty descriptive in movies. Like
Yeah,
they show
it
a
gets
lot of
weird
it, and
sometimes.
and I don't want them to watch it with or without me. You
But
know
my
what I mean?
kids don't really curse now, and I've cursed at them all the time.
Yeah, and
It's
that's the
funny.
thing.
My parents growing up, my parents didn't really curse very much at all. And then, like, well into my 30s or 40s, if I'd be talking to my parents and I'd swear, I'd be like, and then ooh, and I go, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not that they ever got mad about it. I just respect, to not try and swear.
Right.
For
But
them.
I would never curse at them. Like if they were
Oh,
doing
yeah.
something wrong, I've never done that.
I used to love to do with my grandmother. I'd videotape her and I'd go, now say, I remember we were watching Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood was mocking Obama. He was talking to a chair. Remember that thing?
Yeah.
So I turned to my grandmother because my grandmother was like, what is he doing? So I videotaped her and I go, tell me what Clint Eastwood. She goes, Clint Eastwood is a moron and he just did this, this, and this. I go, now call him an asshole. And she goes, I will not say that. I love doing
So my
that.
parents had a specific age. They said 9 years old. You can't curse until you're 9 years old. Yeah.
9!
9 years old, yeah.
hilarious.
And then when I turned 9 years old, boy, did I take advantage of that in the
Oh,
house.
my God.
I
Let it
celebrated it, yeah.
My sister didn't curse till she was 18.
Oh,
Never,
wow.
and then on her 18th birthday, just let one rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never,
Feels
never
good.
curse. Yeah, I mean, went long, too.
Yeah.
She's been boiling it up. That making that, making that face is all ears.
You
Yeah.
can't bottle it down. You
No,
gotta let it go.
Don't bother. All right, Calvin, it's 7:32. Should we take a break and come back and start our news?
Whatever you
with
wanna
that?
do.
Let's do that so we don't get too far behind. As we go to break, I want to tell you about my friends at Walsh Roofing and Solar. If you need a new roof on your home like my dad just did, my dad got a whole roof on his home from Walsh Roofing and Solar. Paid for it, by the way. I'm just telling you, they were the ones that I recommended. They went over there, gave him an estimate, and boom, got the roof done in a couple of days. And I can recommend them because they did the roof on my home. And I've been talking about them for years because when it comes to making a big decision like that, you really need somebody that you trust telling you who to call because there's all these companies out there. Some of them fly by night. Some of them have nice looking logos, but you don't know who to trust. Trust Walsh Roofing and Solar. And if you're thinking about getting solar on your home, solar panels to help keep this electric bill down that is insane, my $1,700 electric bill this month, call Walsh Roofing and Solar and let them give you an estimate on that. Let them tell you how much money you could be saving, about the tax cuts you can get from the government, and all the benefits of having solar on your home. And if you're thinking about getting a new roof, you might as well put the solar up now. Walsh Roofing and Solar.com. Call them today. Tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. We will take a very quick break and come back and get right into news next on 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the
Oh, more Taylor Swift at the game. Couple of things we have to do before we get the news. Galvin, you were wrong in your answer in Sporcle. Everybody's
know.
pointing it out. I
I
know,
know.
but until I say it, people will stop emailing.
Nobody
me about
argued with me, so I went along with it. I said pneumatic. It should have been mnemonic.
it. There you go.
Yeah.
And
Mnemonic?
So,
Yeah, mnemonic is the way to remember things. Pneumatic is like a pneumatic drill or pneumatic,
so thank you to everybody who's still emailing me about it. It didn't matter. It didn't affect the game,
Yeah.
and that's over. The other thing, Joe,
Yes, Michael.
this is your area of expertise.
Oh,
Did you notice how clean the garbage cans are?
yes.
Bubble bins, bubble bins, bubble bins, bubble bins, bubble bins, bubble bins, bubble bins.
Bubble
Lifted my bubble bins. I lifted the can yesterday to throw something in there, and it smelled. Usually, you open it, you're like, God, what died in here?
Yeah.
Like it smelled like a baby diaper. This one I opened up, and I went, oh, delightful. It's like my cans haven't smelled good, let alone be clean in a long time.
I'm telling you, Michael, there's a huge, vast improvement. Anybody who was thinking about doing it should do
Well,
it.
let me explain what it is. Bubble Bins is a little truck that comes over. It flips. It picks up your garbage can, turns it upside down, shoots water inside, then soap inside, then cleans it all out, and then puts your bins back. And they come like once a week or every other week, whatever you have them do. And I was having them since I was in Land O'Lakes. They've been doing my garbage cans. Then I moved here and told them, hey, I'm over here. And they're like, okay. And then for some reason, my garbage cans got dirty. I forgot about it. I never see Bubble Bins. They're just amazing. And the guy hit me up. He's like, somehow you fell off our list. I don't know what happened. I'm like, well, let's Bubble Bin it up. So we're back to the Bubble Bins, Bubble
Hell
Bins,
yeah.
Bubble Bins, Bubble Bins. I'm telling you, it's if anybody during Juliana's birth, taking those little poop bags and from diapers and putting them outside, nothing smells worse than 2-day-old baby poop outside in Florida. It's the absolute worst. And there's nothing you can do about it. We had the diaper genie and all that stuff, but you still have to put it in the garbage eventually, and it stinks. And when Bubble Bins comes and cleans that out, it is fantastic.
Is there anything they can do for like a puke hat or a dirty hoodie?
I could put it in the bin.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
when the
true.
next
Wash
time-
it?
Right.
Why don't you just get in the bin?
Oh,
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Joe's not an unclean man.
No,
He can't take baths, we learned, but other than that,
I told Joe in the break, he kind of looks like he works at Home Depot
All right.
with that hoodie.
yeah, what aisle
I
can I get
disagree.
screws?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is. Don't hate on it, Gio. You're
I'm
not
not.
bringing me down today. and I have to
Everybody
let you
loves
do
Home
it.
Listen,
Depot. I told you.
That's more of a spirit Halloween costume.
Did your parents used to shave your head because you kept getting gum in your hair when you were a kid?
He was
Is that-
practicing that line outside.
Yeah.
by the
No, I
way.
gave it to you already.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Donald Duck.
Now I give it to you.
All right, it is time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
My wife just texted me. You should come to the park too. I'm getting suckered in.
Oh, you are.
Oh,
It's all right.
man.
You're in for sure.
Good family time.
We went from weekend with the guys, New Orleans, to
Beignets.
I would have been happy at that point just sitting by myself in Clearwater.
now it's Magic Kingdom, walking
Do you want us to meet you over at Epcot? We could drink around the world.
Yes.
I would do that.
Okay.
in.
Yeah.
In.
Are you really in?
Yeah.
No
Let's
way.
go drink in Germany in Epcot. We'll pretend it's
I'm down.
Yeah.
Do it.
pretend it's what do you call
Oktoberfest,
it?
yeah.
That'd be fine. Galvin, what do we have in news today?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. So I was talking to our friend Ashley, who her and her
Is it
friend-
Ashley?
Ashley, who make the all the cups and the
Oh,
pillows
Team
and
Moms.
all the stuff. Yeah, Team Moms. She went over to Pelt and got some Brooks shoes. Did not whisper Galvin.
She's more of a fan of mine.
She did not whisper. I go, how?
I can't do it either.
Don't even understand it.
I've been
You're
whispering
saving money.
Galvin every day on this show for 3 years. Galvin, and I couldn't do it twice now in the store.
You know what she did?
What?
Got another pair of whispered Galvin.
Oh, son of a-
I said, yeah. I mean, come on. You're saving yourself money. Whenever you stop in Pelt Shoes, whisper my name, Galvin. You're going to get 10% off your first purchase. And don't forget, coming up on Monday, I got some good news for you, is they got a whole new rewards program, little Pelts Perks. I'm telling you early. It's going to be happening. So I'll tell you about it on Monday. But if you're looking for shoes, Pelt Shoes is where to go. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. And I'm telling you, whisper Galvin. You're going to get 10% off your first purchase. Pelt Shoes, get them at Pelts. So a suicide bombing in Pakistan killed at least 52 people and injured more than 50 on Friday at a religious gathering to mark the birthday of Prophet Muhammad in a province bordering Afghanistan, according to health officials. No group has claimed responsibility for the blast, which comes amid a surge in attacks by militant groups in Pakistan, raising the stakes for security forces ahead of national elections scheduled in January of next year. Hours after that suicide blast, another blast ripped through a mosque in a different province, which also borders Afghanistan, killing at least 2 people. The mosque roof collapsed in the blast, trapped about 30 to 40 people under the rubble.
Wow,
That's sad.
that is sad.
Could you imagine living near
No,
Afghanistan
I could
and then
not.
also having bombs and
Yeah, dude. I have a hard time imagining living anywhere that's occupied by a foreign military. Just
I'm
that
telling
day to
you-
day would be terrible.
That movie with Ryan Reynolds is enough to make me never want to leave the country again, let
Buried?
alone going any buried. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Dude, if my son said to me, Dad, I'm not going to go to college for a year because I got a great opportunity to go make $100 grand working in Afghanistan, I'd be like, no way. No way.
think about why they pay so much.
Yeah. But I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to go and take one of those jobs in the back of Rolling Stone magazine that was spend the summer on an Alaskan fishing ship, make $10,000 a month. I was like, oh, I'm going. That's what I need to do. And now you watch, and that's all Deadliest Catch. And I'm like, oh, I would have been dead for sure.
Oh, yeah.
They would have been like, cut Fatty off the boat. He's slowing us down.
First day, you're gone.
When I was in college, they had programs where you could go work in Antarctica for 3 to 6 months, and you'd make a good amount of money doing that. But
And
you
those
were
kids
just
never
working
come
in,
back.
well, you're just like working in like the
Labs.
commissary or something.
Yeah.
I wish it was labs, but you're just basically
No,
like
I
the
meant, but
stock.
like in the labs they
Yeah.
build, not doing lab work. But yeah, I would love to have experienced something like that. I watched Hell's Kitchen last night, an old episode, and these girls won a challenge, and Gordon Ramsay was having a drink with them. And it was like a calmer moment of the show, and the girl said, "Can I ask you a question?" He was like, "Sure." And she goes, "What's the number one thing you would give, advice that you give to yourself, your younger self?" And he said, to travel more. He said, travel more and see more. Culinary wise, you learn more of people's experiences and their cultures, and you can incorporate that into your food. He's like, but seeing more, because you get them. I'm not that old, but I get to my age, and I'm like, now traveling for an extended amount of time is impossible. I have to work. I have things I have to do, and it's expensive to travel, and I'm not the guy that's going to grab a backpack and be like, I'm going to ride the rails. So, these a lot of things that you should encourage kids to do when they're younger, not to work in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
No way. No way.
Bad news for Fettermen.
Oh.
Bad news for Fetterman.
United States senators won't be able to go to work in their PJs after all. The Senate unanimously passed a resolution to formally require everyone to wear business attire on the Senate floor. No
Yep.
more hoodies, you gross hoodie guy.
It wasn't the hoodie, it was the shorts.
Talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh, the shorts is really what I found to be inappropriate. And you know me, I am a short with no sleeves, shorts guy as much as I can. But I
Not
had
even any shoes.
you haven't even any shoes on it, but I went to a lunch meeting yesterday and I wore jeans and a button-down shirt. Like you just have to step it up a little bit when it's appropriate. And Fetterman could put on a button-down shirt and a tie and still wear his hoodie over it.
Day to day in their office, I don't think it's a big deal. But when you're on the floor, I think you got
Sure, you gotta have respect for the office.
a little bit of decorum.
Although we really need to look at what we consider business attire. I mean, why are we putting on a shirt and then tying a scarf around our neck and making knots on it? I mean, that's a tie is just an unnecessary piece of equipment.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, if you look at it, it's just it's a decorative, unnecessary thing.
It's genius though, if like you think about marketing, how they're like, oh, you want to work in a business? Well, you have to wear these specific clothes and buy them from these companies to be.
I mean, we're dressing like old, flamboyant English guys, and it's taken steps over time where it's dialed back a little bit, but it's still kind of
I'm a fan of the
unnecessary.
powdered wig. I think
Yeah,
we
I'm
should
glad we
bring
got
back
rid of
the
the wig.
powdered wig. I mean, you can wear gym shorts if you want, but you're putting a powdered wig on.
So did the powdered wig actually? Like I remember their faces were all white too.
Yeah.
The other day I went to Prime Butcher, and Prime Butcher has really good bread, but it's fresh bread, so all that flour is at the bottom of it. And I was wearing black shorts, and my son walks up to me and goes, "Did you actually make the bread? Did you bake it?" And I go, "I don't know. It's all over me, man."
Yeah.
But that those powdered wigs were probably in there. Imagine that nobody had AC.
No, I
Yeah.
can't imagine it.
Joe is there. He knows.
So they had
Very
the powder
hot.
wigs, and then they'd powder their face, and then they'd put rouge on,
Yeah.
and then they'd put like a beauty mark and do
Yeah.
that stuff. Ooh!
You ever see on HBO the docu, or it was on a docu with the series John Adams, and
Yeah.
it's what's his name, Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
plays John Adams. It's really good, and it's about that whole period.
Yeah, no, that was a
They-
great series.
80 episodes, I think.
They would have that cone that they'd put over their face as they
Yeah.
powder their wig and stuff, so they didn't have the
But they do that in the
So-
show.
But
What
Kiss
is George
still,
Washington's-
Kiss still does that.
What is George Washington's teeth made out of?
I know.
What did they always tell you they were?
They say
They're
it's wood.
made out of wood, is what they say. But I learned from Shane Gillis that they were actually donkey teeth and horse teeth and lead.
Yeah, so and slave teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, that may be the funniest thing.
Oh.
And lead.
When he did you see that?
Yeah.
When he talks about George Washington was like 6'2", which back then was a giant, and then he has donkey teeth, and he's out there, you want to tax me? Because he has so much lead in his mouth.
So good.
Every time I hear it, it's a different story. So wood was what we heard when we were kids.
Right.
Then it was, I remember somebody at the museum was like, and it wasn't actually wood. It was more of a porcelain. And I went, oh, that makes much
I
more
heard
sense.
nickel when I was a kid.
Yeah, and then it turned into slave teeth, which is maybe where you heard nickel.
I think so.
Whoa.
Boy.
You might be right. My history teacher back then was a little on the fence with some of that stuff. Yeah.
You're a bad person.
Yeah. But that was the same history teacher that told me how, like, the real way you became a man in Spartan Greece.
Was how?
I can't
touch his-
say on air. It's a
to
sex-
do
it's
things
a
with other
sexual-
men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey,
Rite of passage.
I
Yeah.
love how we just let Shane Gillis rewrite history for us.
Yeah.
Oh, it was donkey teeth.
He went to Mount Vernon. He went through the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
He was there. He saw it.
Yeah.
I was there.
Martha told him.
I was there and decided not to go.
Yeah.
I didn't need. Well, because there's so many other things to see. I don't want to go see George
No,
Washington's house.
the first president.
Yeah, but there's so many other things to see in D.C.
I mean, he's our first president.
That's right. Martha told him. That's funny. That's a funny ass stand up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really
This
is.
is like 4 days in a row we've mentioned Shane Gillis' stand up. Go watch it if you
Yeah.
haven't watched it.
The teenager who was arrested in the death of the retired police chief in Las Vegas, who was run over while riding his bicycle, promised he'd be out in 30 days. I'll bet you. That's what he said to police. Jesus Ayala told officers that he was arrested for the hit-and-run death, that he would not have to stay in the cell long. That's according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal. When the officers responded that he could be moved to an adult jail within 30 days, because that's how bad it is. Jesus said it was just a hit and run, adding that his sentence would be a slap on the wrist. Well, guess what? He just turned 18 years old, and the other kid, Jizamar Keys.
I'm sorry, did you say Jizamar?
Jizamar
Okay.
Keys is 16 years old, have been charged in the killing of Andreas Probst, who was struck while he was riding his bike in Las Vegas there.
On purpose.
Well, according to the criminal complaint unsealed on Monday, the pair have been charged with multiple felonies, including murder with the use of a deadly weapon and possession of a stolen vehicle.
Good.
So your slap on the wrist is going out the window. You just turned 18. You're going to be in prison probably for the rest of your life.
I watched that. It happened to come up on TV when my in-laws were here, and here's my 80-something-year-old father-in-law, and he was rolling up his sleeves. He was like, "I'll go beat the." I mean, it's such a gruesome, heinous crime just to see these kids joyriding and joy hitting and killing this guy, and then just
By the
making
way,
videos about
now
it.
learning this is not the first vehicle that they stole and not the first hit and run they were involved in.
Enjoy your long stay.
Tampa Bay.
Enjoy making Greek guys turn you into
Yeah, dude.
Into
real
real
men.
men.
It's
Yeah.
intense.
Tampa Bay Lightning goaltender Andrei Vasilevsky is expected to miss the first 2 months of the regular season after having back surgery on Thursday. Lightning announced that he underwent a successful microdiscectomy Thursday morning to repair a lumbar disc herniation.
Can I tell you why I think this is good?
I know why it's good, because
Why?
get it out of the way early. He's going to be good, ready for the playoffs and stuff. And
But
you
not
know,
only that, but nobody wants to. You have a guy who's such a great goalie, and you have a backup goalie who's supposedly really good too. You don't want to use him. If we have the good guy, you don't want to use the other guy. But that guy needs to play. He needs the hours. So now they have no choice but to let him play and let Vasilevsky rest. So that first couple of months of the season, he's rested.
Right.
He's, not only just not recuperating and healing, but resting. And now he comes in. Now we've had another guy who's had 2 months of getting stronger and getting more experience. We go into that All-Star break in pretty good shape, I would think, unless this guy comes in and stinks it up. You know what I mean? But we've always had a history of having good backup goalies. Vasi was the backup goalie, so I would like to see him rest, come back when he's 100%. Nobody cares about the first 1,000 games of an NHL season anyway. It's not until after the All-Star break that we really care. So
the Lightning take on the Hurricanes tonight at home, and it will be on the Bone at 7 o'clock. Also, I will be at that game.
you will.
Yeah, I'm going to go out to
Somebody
see
put
the
on the
preseason.
Bone Fan
The
page.
Galvin effect, just like Taylor Swift.
Somebody put on the Bone Fan page, and I am completely out of line of saying this, but I just read it and I went,
Oh.
what if you put on Johnny B and Mo because they get preempted by Lightning hockey, and their fans are upset about that. But of course, people want to hear hockey, but they also want to hear the show. What if you put them on the HD2 channel?
Yeah.
Let them have the HD2. Let the Lightning get the HD1. This way, people who still want to listen to Mo and Johnny can go find them and do that. Galvin, get that done.
I'm not in
You
charge
know
of
you
that.
hire and fire people.
I think
around
it's
here.
the Lightning on the HD2 all the time now, currently.
Oh, well, I don't know. But I saw that and I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
What do you mean? It plays on both?
Well, no, they do coaches shows and all kinds of other
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah, but not during the game, right? Like during the game, what's happening?
Maybe I don't know, but I know it's like they play Lightning content on HD2
Right.
during the week.
Okay. I got you.
I believe that's what's going on. I don't work here. I don't know.
All right, Joe, get that done.
Okay.
Thursday night's NFC North showdown between the Detroit Lions and Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field saw the Lions jump out to a fast lead and hardly look back. Detroit took an 11-point lead in the first quarter, which extended to 24 points by halftime after the Packers scored their first 2 touchdowns of the second half to draw within 10 points. The Lions eventually pulled away, winning the game 34-20.
Ooh, I did not know the score on that, and I picked the Lions, and I'm very happy.
I think most of you guys picked the Lions.
Yeah.
I picked the Packers.
You're the only one that did not. Galvin.
Yeah. So I'm the only one that picked.
Lions are going to win that division. The Bears are horrible. The
Carmen,
Packers
you got to
have
be
problems.
excited. Lions are good.
Yeah, finally. It's only been, 50 years.
I know. Oh, that's good. Though.
One of the players jumped up in the stands for, like the Lambeau Leap, and Packers fans started dumping beer
I
on
saw
him.
that.
Are you
yeah,
serious?
yeah, it's a
Scum-
scumbag move.
Scumbag.
Listen to me. If I'm telling you right now, if I'm in a stadium and somebody does the Lambeau Leap, I'm taking him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab him
You
and
keep
bring him
him.
home like a prisoner.
Wait, no.
Like Carmen's dad kept
No.
girls in the basement. I think I got ourselves a Rashad White.
So where was that the other day where they went through the drive-thru and the lady pulled the gun and shot? Was it Jack in the Box or
Yes.
Was it Jack in the Box? Be careful at the drive-thrus. A 17-year-old employee at a Popeyes in Texas got arrested after firing 7 shots at someone in the restaurant's parking lot.
Oh.
It turned out that he was selling pot at work, and it was a drug deal that went wrong. But still, 17-year-old employee at Popeyes was shooting off in the
Over
parking lot.
pot? Why are you shooting over pot?
Hey man,
shooting over
deal's a
money.
deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can pot anywhere.
Well, I don't know. Is it legal in Texas recreationally, or is
Maybe
it?
not.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
You can
laws
carry
are.
guns out, no problem. But
Yeah.
pot, get
Yeah.
out of here.
Galvin, before you start
Do
your next
it.
one.
This hour's Bone bonus keyword is cash. Cash. Head over to the free 1025 The Bone app and enter the keyword within 15 minutes past the top of the hour and go get your $1,000. It's the Bone Bonus, sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
All right, there you go. Go get your $1,000. Get it in on the app, and you still got yourself about another 15 minutes to do so. Get it in and win.
How about this? A Pennsylvania man who threatened to kill his neighbors was sentenced to house arrest in his house right across the street from his neighbors. That he
Smart.
threatened to kill.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so now they say they're very on edge right now because the guy who threatened to kill them is now always home waiting to kill them.
Yeah.
That's probably not the best idea. Man, could you take him to jail maybe, or a different house?
Seems like they got it under control.
Got some new words for you guys. Merriam-Webster just added 690 new words and terms, including girl boss,
Okay.
You
jorts.
couldn't figure out what girl boss was?
What do you mean figure it out?
Girl? That's a boss.
No, I don't think they're making you figure it out. They added it, so it's in the vernacular now, so they're adding it to the
Yeah, but
dictionary.
girl was in there, and boss was in there. Girl boss.
Yeah, they just hyphenated it.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Didn't hyphenate it.
Oh,
It's
no?
one word, yeah. Jorts.
All right. I mean,
All right.
you can't figure out George.
Sure you
You're-
can.
used to play that.
Jeans.
Yeah.
Shorts.
No, I said if you
Jorts.
can't figure it out, you know what I mean?
Why are you so mad about that?
I know.
You got to say it right,
This
Galvin.
guy's mad at the dictionary.
It's not jean shorts. Jean shorts.
All right, what else?
Finsta.
What's that?
Baby
Oh,
face?
No.
I don't know
See, you
Finsta.
can't figure this one
I don't
out,
know
can
if
you?
it's. No, I
smart
don't know.
guy?
This one should be in the dictionary.
Anybody?
I'm gonna go look it up.
Does it have to do with Instagram?
It does. What is it?
Fake Instagram?
Yes.
What is that?
It's your fake Instagram. I got my Finsta. I'll give you my Finsta, and then Carmen gets my real Instagram.
Ah.
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
hit
know
me
that.
up on my Finsta.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. And then, of course, Quiet Quit.
Yeah.
They have D-pick in there?
I don't know if it's already in there or not,
Right.
but
I think it's already in there.
you want to put one in?
I do want to put it in.
Okay, do it. The big
I want
science.
to put my D-pick in Merriam-Webster.
Some of the big science stories this week included a study that found people are more likely to trust you in a Zoom meeting if you put books and plants in the background.
Yeah, I look at some of these Zoom things that they do on the news, and even Travis Kelce the other day, him and his brother do the podcast together, and he looks like we didn't put much effort into what's behind him, but the brother did, you know? And I feel like when I do mine, like I had to do one one time with corporate, and I took the picture of me and Christy Mack down from behind me, and I put a picture of my children up there.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah,
You know what's so funny is I was looking on the YouTube because with some of the shows up on the YouTubers. Oh no, it was actually the videos on Instagram, and it was a shot of you talking about it, and I go, look at this pack rat.
What was it?
I mean, look behind you. Look at that. Look at all those trinkets and tchotchkes and all the different stuff over there.
What do I have?
You are like a hoarder.
Yeah.
You're a whore.
No.
Wait a second. What do I have over
You
here?
got all those Funko Pops. You got
too much flair
magnets and
tchotchkes.
pictures and lava lamps.
26
And
Like,
pieces
how
of
many
flair.
signs do you need to say the Mike Calta show?
no, that's fine. That's fine.
That just shows your lack of marketing skills, Carmen.
You have like one on top of another. You just need one big good one for each
It's
thing.
very cluttered.
I got
Yes.
angles.
It's very cluttered.
There's
I got angles.
There's a Coke can, then
Yeah.
Joe.
Belt buckle. I don't think.
That's not a Coke can. It's a Buccaneer Coke can. There is some lava lamps for flair.
All right, flair. 26 pieces.
Gotta have at least 26.
Yeah.
I got my little elephant
Yeah.
up there.
A lot of Joes.
You people are just jerks.
Visually overstimulating for
Yeah.
the audience.
It's
Oh yeah.
too much.
All right.
Too much.
Well, I'm not zooming with any of you jerks.
I think it's nice. Mike.
Thank you, Joe.
But it's on the show. Like whenever,
Oh,
putting up clips
nobody
and
watches
stuff.
this show.
It's ridiculous. They say the perfect nap is actually 2 naps. 90 minutes followed by a 30-minute nap later on is better than doing like a big 2-hour chunk.
Yeah, I like that.
Who has that time? You just nap for 2 hours.
Oh,
Me.
you set some time aside.
I have that time.
You make time.
I don't have that time.
I do it.
Yes, you do.
You gotta make some time.
I mean,
He's very
I
busy,
love
Carmen.
that you think that I have nothing going on.
I don't think you don't have anything going on, but as much as you nap after the show, as much as you talk about all the naps that you do take, and then when we talk about naps, you're like, oh my God, I never have time to nap.
The only time I'm going to tell you right now, my nap time is between 10 and 11 o'clock right here in this chair. That's the only time that I take a nap. Now, I'm not saying I'm not.
Or movies, or the Lightning game,
Right.
Yeah.
or
in the sprint.
Well,
team.
that's
or
what
in the
I'm
car, or in the car, or at Publix, or in the school line, or
I'm saying
yeah.
I don't make an effort. Like I don't go, I'm going to go take a nap. Like I don't go lay down. I'll be watching TV sometimes and doze off, but I don't have
And that's why you nap 5 other times a day. Where if you actually set your time.
Listen, guy, clean
Yeah.
up your area and take a normal nap and get back to us and put some goddamn shoes on.
I don't like anyone on this show.
Don't listen to him, Michael. Don't
You're
listen
the
to
only
him.
one, Joe. You're the only one. You're my only friend.
Maybe this will help you with your naps and stuff.
What, if you get hit by lightning?
No, wake the hell up because it's Happy National Coffee Day.
Yeah.
A bunch of the different national chains have deals. You can go into Krispy Kreme and get a free medium cup, no purchase necessary.
Come on.
So if you want a free medium cup
No
of coffee,
purchase.
Dunkin' is doing a free medium cup with any purchase for rewards members. And then is there Pete's Coffee around here? It's spelled Peets.
I do not know about Pete's Coffee.
Well, Pete's is trying to get customers by offering a free cup if you send them a screenshot of any competitor's loyalty app.
What's the penguin place? Is that what it's called?
Oh,
White Duck.
White
White
Duck.
Duck. White Duck.
White Duck.
Close. I'd rather pay for my Starbucks, thank you very much, than get free coffee from Pete.
Yeah, well, there's people that would like free
I
coffee.
don't think there are. I
Yeah, there
have a
are.
hard
Right.
time.
People are not as rich as you.
See, that's why everybody thinks I'm always talking about saying I'm rich, because you always say it.
Because you talk about your 12 fridges and how you'd rather
It's
pay
11.
for something.
It's
Yeah.
11
Because
fridges.
you immediately think of you.
Yeah.
And you're.
Why would I think of anyone else?
No, but you immediately. I know, ego. That's why you made my list.
Changed
You
my
think
list.
of how you think. There are a lot of people that are like, if I can get a goddamn free cup of coffee, I'm going and getting a free cup of coffee.
And there's a lot of people that don't get coffee every single day.
Well,
think
those
about
people
how
are jerks.
think about how much money you spend on coffee.
I'd rather not.
Just a week. There are people who literally only get coffee on Saturday from Starbucks because that's a little treat for them. Other than that, they make it at their house every single day to save that
I
money.
don't know why you have to yell at me as if I've done something to impact their finances.
I'm not yelling. If you want me to yell, I can, but I'm not yelling.
You're making it like I've harmed these people that they can only drink coffee once a week because of me.
No, but I'm just saying the way you talk about it, you're like, ugh, why would anyone go out of their way
No,
for free
I'm
coffee?
saying
doesn't everyone have money to buy Starbucks
oh my
3
God.
times a day?
If you get a flat tire, just get a new car. Like, why don't
I
you-
was just saying that I like Starbucks so much. I'd rather pay for that than get free coffee. Oh my God.
Must be
An
nice.
aristocrat, Michael.
I hate everybody except Joe. Oh, that poor
What's
woman.
the next one?
I appreciate Starbucks every day, Mike. Thank you.
Thanks. I mean, yeah. Do I
Yeah.
buy your Starbucks every day?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Free
You
load.
bring it, I
Not
buy it.
everyone's like Gio. That can get
freeloader.
free Starbucks.
Cheap leaps.
They're just showing a video of stock video of Sarasota Beach, and they just showed the fattest woman walking on the street. And I thought that's my worst nightmare is when they do a report about obesity in America, and they just show people walking across the street. I'm gonna recognize myself one day and go, "Oh,
Yeah, they just put the black box
Yeah,
over
or
your
the
eyes.
head's cut off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they just show people from the waist, like the waist and their crotch.
yeah." But if
and
I'm
that's
wearing a sleeveless Pimple Toddler shirt, I know it's me. I know
Have you
it's
guys
me.
seen the video of the lady? She is a little bit bigger, but she's on the beach and they're doing a story, and she keeps trying to walk out of the frame, and the guy keeps walking like and while he's doing the story and getting her in the frame. And at one point, she's like literally like almost crawling on her hands and her knees to get out, and he just walks over and is like, "Look at this area now."
Yeah, I feel so bad for fat women at the beach because there's just no way. Fat guys at the beach are fine. We can get away with anything. But fat women at the beach, I feel bad for the ones who cover up, and I feel bad for the ones who don't cover up. It's lose-lose for them. It really is. I make fun of a lot of people on this show, but in my real life and personal time, I never do that. I just feel because women just have so much of a harder time at dealing with that sort of stuff, and people are so cruel to them. I could care less what you say, but I think a lot of people are really, especially women, are sensitive to that stuff.
Speaking of lose some weight. How about that? And then you can go to the beach and have a good time.
Might be a little.
You're not going to lose any weight with this. Nacho fries are back at Taco Bell for a limited time. Yeah, so if you want your nacho fries, go get them. They're also adding a new vegan nacho sauce next month.
Oh,
Vegan nacho sauce.
that sounds terrible.
What is that made of? What are you squeezing that you're getting vegan nachos?
Plant-based garbage.
Yeah.
Soybean oil?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Curd.
it's made out of natural yeast.
Probably plastic.
Yeah.
Who knows? Netflix ships out its final DVDs today, and users get to
They
keep
still
them.
do that?
They still do it, but they're ending it. They're shipping out the final ones today, and keep them. You don't even have to send them back.
Oh
now.
my God, I had no idea.
There are fewer than 1 million people who still subscribe to the DVD by mail plan. Netflix mailed out its first DVD in what year?
19. Hold on. 19. Amanda and I were living together, and that was 2000. In 2000.
2000? No.
98.
1998.
Yeah.
Gio knows. He got the first one.
I had I think I signed up for it in like 99, 2000, somewhere around
Does
that
anybody
time.
still have a
The
Netflix CD? Because I do.
The
Yeah.
first DVD that they mailed out was what? 1998.
Apollo 13.
No.
Twister.
No.
Titanic.
No.
Forrest Gump.
Beetlejuice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Don't
Beetlejuice
say
was
it
the
again. Don't say it again.
Beetlejuice was it.
I still have my super ex girlfriend.
Yeah, with Uma
With-
Thurman and Luke Wilson.
It was the only DVD I ever got from Netflix. Never sent it back. Still have it.
Remember, you used to have to, you'd get a queue and you
Yep.
put them in order, and then it would always, like, as you shipped it back.
You know what you should do? Hanging it behind you.
That'd be 27 pieces of flair.
Carmen, you jerks. I forgot what I was. Oh, I know. Carmen jumped on me one time because I said, "I can't believe people are still going to Redbox," and she was like, "Oh, not everybody's got 19 TVs." I just can't believe it because I can't believe everybody's not doing anything digitally these days. Like that just seems like it's so much easier.
Not
Yeah.
everyone can afford the 20 subscriptions that you have to have at $15 a pop to be able.
No.
So
I'm
you
talking
go
about.
get a DVD for $2
No,
to
listen
have a
to me.
family night.
Well, first of all, I never used Redbox because I don't know how much it costs. But
'Cause you're so rich.
because the technology had gone away. I don't even own a DVD player. But the thing is that those movies I always just assume are new movies. So if you go to just like you're on demand on cable and just rent a new movie, you can rent a new movie for like
Yeah.
$12.
And if you do that on your TV, if you rent it on your TV, it's like 20. If you go there,
Not
it's
if you rent
$2.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Really?
The new releases, will be like 20, and then they'll drop down to like 6 or.
Right, but
Yeah.
you
Oh,
do it's
okay.
20, and at Redbox you could get it for like $2 or $3 a night, and so you just go pick it up, go home, watch it, and take it back.
All right. I've never used Redbox, so I don't know.
Must be nice.
Redbox was pretty cool when it first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it first came out, I'm
Yeah.
sure it was great. People could just go to Walgreens or wherever they were and grab the movies instead of having to go in a big store.
When they started putting PlayStation games in there, that was pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah. All right.
So cops did a welfare check on Britney Spears after her video where she was dancing around with knives. Police talked to her security, who said that she was okay, and then they left. There's been some great mashups. I saw
awesome.
one where a guy in Michael Myers' outfit was doing the same exact dance side by side as Britney Spears. He nailed it so perfectly. And then, of course, all the different hibachi ones.
The hibachi ones are
great. She's got the knives standing behind the grill and dancing. People waiting for their food.
Did she cut herself? Because I thought TMZ had her with like bandages on her arm like a day or two later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I think she's practicing her finale for next week.
Yeah. Apparently, they said that Shakira does the same thing, and that's what she was copying.
Dancing with
With
knives.
knives,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
'cause-
Shakira seems a lot more coordinated
Yeah.
Yeah.
than Britney Spears. Shakira, it's like sexy. Look at her with knives, and
Oh.
she's dangerous and sexy. And Britney, it's just like, look at this kook.
they had the side by side of Shakira doing it and Britney, and it looked nothing like what Shakira was doing.
Yeah.
Like nothing
She's practicing.
remotely close.
Oh, well.
Hey, Spanish.
Yes.
I know a lot of people ghost produced this show.
Right.
Who was it that just texted me about?
Renee.
Renee.
Yeah.
Because she actually had a pretty good
Yeah.
idea. She said that I don't know why she's not on my phone. She said we should do a thing where people now have to guess. We take away one item every day from people have to guess what it is.
Oh, that would take weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Too many
You
items.
know what? I'm throwing everything out today. Just gonna sit here in a white background and be like,
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, viewers will be able to watch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony live without being there in the flesh.
oh,
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced that the 2023 ceremony will be streaming live on Disney Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern Time when it takes over Brooklyn's Barclays Center on November 3rd. In past years, an edited version of each Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony aired on HBO several weeks following the in-person event. Now that edited broadcast of highlights will air on ABC come January 1st. Also news came with the first announcement on who you can expect to take the stage at the class of 2023 induction.
can you tell me the bands and I'll tell you who's inducting them?
Yeah, well, it's not who's inducting them.
No, I want to guess I'm gonna try and guess who's gonna induct them.
Oh, I got you. Well, of the new inductees, so you have Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow will probably have a woman who's done songwriting and performing like a Joni Mitchell type, or
Not going to be Joni Mitchell, though.
no, Joni Mitchell type, or the opposite, somebody like a Neil Young, like
Yeah.
a guy version of that.
She dated Neil Young, didn't she?
I don't know.
I know she dated Clapton. Did she date Neil Young, too?
I hope
I don't
not.
know. You got, we know who's going to induct this person. Mo's going to induct Kate Bush.
Kate Bush,
Right.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
Zim,
mean,
zim, 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 zim.
Yeah,
Zim,
you
zim,
can
zim,
use.
zim.
That's groundbreaking. A woman in
Queen
rap
Latifah?
Woman. Yeah, but I don't know. Queen Latifah's not better than her. I always think it should be somebody that's like better or more successful or a pioneer in that.
Well,
thing.
I think she's older, though.
Yeah. I mean, Queen Latifah would make sense. The
George
Equalizer.
Michael.
George Michael should be inducted by Andrew Ridgely,
Elton John.
or Elton John would be great.
Yeah. Willie Nelson.
Ooh, Chris Christopherson.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And
That'd be
Dolly
great.
Parton.
Rage Against the Machine.
Fred Durst.
No, Rage Against the Machine.
Who is like a political rocker from back
Like
in the
Sean
day.
Penn.
Ugh.
I'm not saying I like it.
No,
I'm just
I
trying
know.
to think
It's
of
going
who.
to be like Jon Stewart.
Oh, no.
No, like somebody who's like a, I don't know. Somebody I was gonna say like I don't know. Let's see, right, like a political guy.
Neil Young.
Yeah, but can't use Neil Young for everything.
Then you have the Spinners.
Yeah, the Spinners should be inducted by the Platters. The Platters should be inducted by the Spinners.
DJ Kool Herc.
Who is that?
DJ Kool Herc.
Who is DJ Kool Herc? And why is he in the Rock and Roll Hall of
I'm
Fame?
assuming
Because he's cool.
He's a DJ and he's a Kool Herc.
Hold on, DJ Kool.
Is Herc short for Hercules?
I think so, because
Cool
it's spelled
Herc?
the same, yeah.
All right, let's find out who DJ Kool Herc is.
Who are you?
Well, I'm the guy who created the culture called hip hop.
Did he make the beats?
So he is a Jamaican-American DJ who is a pioneer of hip-hop music in the Bronx, New York in the 1970s. Nicknamed the father of hip-hop, he began playing hard funk records like James
He was
Brown.
an old guy in the neighborhood who played weird records. I don't like him. He's out.
Well, he's the godfather of hip-hop. You should know better.
No, sorry.
If you're going to listen to any hip-hop, you should know him. Link Ray.
Link Ray has that one song, but
Jimmy
it's so
Page.
influential.
Jimmy Page should induct Link Ray.
Yes, or anybody who is strictly a guitar guy will at some point give this thing some credit.
Yeah.
That style right there. What's the one song?
That's one.
Oh, it's You're Looking for Ms. Lou.
Yes. Anyway, you get the point.
Joe, by the way, if you really want to be considered a wizard, look at Jimmy Page. He has you out-wizard.
He's out
at
wizarding
every
me?
turn. Oh, yeah. I mean, he is a beautiful.
I'm going to step up my wizard game.
Beautiful wizard. Then you have Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Let me Shaka Khan.
I don't know. That's another one. Any one of those old hip hop guys could do it.
Al Cooper.
I don't know who that is.
With a K.
Who are all these people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember hearing these names when we talked about who should get in and who shouldn't.
You have the inductees, and then these are inductees that are for certain things. I believe is the way that it goes. You know what I mean? Because
this is Al Cooper,
who is in Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Al Cooper.
I spell my name with a K. I'm not gay.
By the way, Al Cooper White.
Yeah.
How you like that?
Get to it, Al.
Known for organizing Blood, Sweat, and Tears, although he did not stay with the group long enough to share in its popularity.
Good. He missed out. He left early. You should be out of our lives forever.
He played organ on Bob Dylan's Like Rolling Stone, played piano and organ on Rolling Stones. You can't always get what you want. So he was a super session guy.
That's it. He's in the Super Session Hall of Fame.
He recorded, he was a manager and producer recording Leonard Skinner's first 3 albums. So he's in as probably a producer or something. You know what I mean? Like how they have those different ones. Because then you also have the next person who is Bernie Taupin, who is the songwriter.
The great writer for Elton John.
Yeah. And then Soul Train.
Don Cornelius
getting in. Yeah. You know, it's all for their efforts with music and
You got to
stuff.
get a Beastie Boy to induct him.
Do what?
A Beastie Boy should induct him.
No, you need like a Fab Five Freddy or one of those guys.
All right.
One of those old school guys. Yeah. Don Cornelius. The great Don Cornelius.
So those are all the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees that are going to be happening. But you have performances. Let's see. Revealed performers are going to be Brandi Carlile, Elton John, Dave Matthews, Her, Chris Stapleton, St. Vincent, and New Edition will also take the stage.
I love me some New Edition.
Yeah. So there you go.
Telephone man.
A 55-song compilation of Tina Turner's greatest hits will be released on November 24th. It's going to be called Queen of Rock and Roll.
But again, it's unnecessary. Nobody's buying albums, and I can find all 50 of those songs on Spotify right now.
Yeah, and there's probably already a playlist that has them all on there. By the way, I thought about it the other day because I forget what You're Simply the Best was in like a laundry commercial or something.
Yeah,
I go,
yeah.
oh, poor Tina Turner. She dies and they sell it to, she's like, I put all my efforts into making these great songs and got beat up by Ike all those years and stuff, and now they're selling stupid detergent with like, You're simply the best. Get out stains. And Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones said if the Rolling Stones ever sold their post-1971 music catalog, the profits would go to who?
What is Mick into? I don't know, man. I don't
So
know.
think of the whole group, Rolling Stones. He said the profits would probably go to charity. He says 8 kids don't need $500 million.
Sure they do.
So he's like, we'll just give it to charity.
Sure they do.
But they already have so much money.
Yeah.
Like, think about how much money that his kids and, Ron Wood and all the different guys, if they have children. I don't know
More
who
than
they-
they'd ever spend.
Right, yeah.
Bill
So,
Wyman and the kids he dates, how much?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Do you guys know Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Spanish knows?
I definitely
Yep.
know.
Yeah, I know the name. I know there's a special. I know the whole thing.
Yeah, so Gypsy Rose is getting out of prison in December.
Well, tell everybody who she is.
Gypsy Rose is a girl that her mother had her convinced that she was handicapped, that she had all these medical problems. She faked all this stuff, went to doctors, kept her kids sick the entire time, had her in a wheelchair, all this stuff. Gypsy finally got online, started talking to people, talked to a boy who they met up, started dating, doing this and that, and then wound up killing the mother. There is a Hulu series called The Act,
And it's tied here.
where Joey King played Gypsy Rose. And what do you mean? It's
Isn't
tied?
it one of the hospitals here?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I watched it. It was, by the way, The Act is a great series on there, but it is crazy, and the mom was out of her mind. Poor girl, never had a chance.
No.
Like she had the boyfriend killed the mom to get her away and stuff, but also this kid never had a chance. And I don't know how much therapy she's been through in prison, but I don't know if there's ever enough to fix this kid.
I know.
I feel really bad for the girl, but I think she's only like in her early 30s now, and she's going to be getting out.
She's got an opportunity to have her life ahead of her, you know?
Yeah, but like I said, I just don't know. You know,
That's
I
unbelievable.
guess they're saying that she's going to be okay to be back out in society.
But that's not that uncommon. It's Munchausen, what is that? Munchausen syndrome by proxy?
Yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
keep the kids sick for the attention.
It's crazy.
It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah, would have fundraisers and do all kind of stuff, and yeah, it was really wild.
Oh, I stabbed the mother 17 times.
Yeah.
Should have gone 18.
I got to tell you, you watch the show, you want her stabbed 17 times.
Or
So-
26.
Gio, do you remember Valessa Robinson?
I remember. I recall the name. Yes.
So Valessa Robinson was a girl who was I can't remember how old she was. She was young. She was high school age, and she had a boyfriend named Adam Rattlesnake Davis, and he had tattoos and all that stuff. And he was her boyfriend, and the mother didn't like him, and there was some issues there. So the boyfriend and Valessa killed the mother. And I think they killed her. They tried to inject like air bubbles into her with a needle, and they got her good. But she killed her mother, and she got out of jail. How long ago?
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
She's been free for 10 years. Can you believe that? I don't really know. I don't remember all the minutia of the case. It seemed like she was definitely manipulated and deserves to have another life. But now she has to live every day knowing that she killed her own mother. You know what I mean? That's got to be torturing her. And I think Rattlesnake is still in jail. If you'll see a documentary on this, I'll be in the documentary because back when I worked with another chubby fella, Adam Davis used to call us from jail because he was mad because we were talking crap about him all the time. So it was great. Soph, did you want to see Nick Carter today? You thought, I know.
Yeah.
He's so hot, right?
There he is.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you get nervous? No, it's all right. Thank you, Soph. I appreciate it. See?
Yeah, but so this Gypsy Rose, the Dee Dee Blanchard, her mom said that she had leukemia, asthma, muscular dystrophy, brain damage, like all this different stuff as a result of premature birth. But none of that was true. The kid was normal, and the mom was giving her all kind of different stuff to keep her down and make her feel sick. And
Well, she looked sick.
Well,
Yeah,
they would
sick.
shave her head.
Yeah.
They would do all the different stuff. Yeah, it was really wild.
But I think the tie-in here is one of the hospitals here was misdiagnosing her and saying because they were like, how did you not know she wasn't sick? I don't know. I remember my wife told me about it, and I started reading about it, and I kind of forgot. But
yeah, they were all over. I know they moved a lot because that's how they got into different doctors and doing all that stuff. I know California. I think they were down in New Orleans for a while, so they may have come through
Every
this
time-
area as
Missouri too.
well.
every time somebody says California, I go, California, California, California. One of the scariest moments ever in a movie, it's always the subtle scary that gets me, is The Sixth Sense, when the mother is poisoning the little girl, and you see the mother just pouring the lice. What is it?
I thought it was Clorox.
No, it's
Whatever,
Drano.
Drano?
or whatever
Drano,
into the
yeah.
food, and the kid
the
doesn't want to eat
soup?
the food.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad and scary at the same time.
Finally, in news, a study ranked the top 10 states with the highest STD rates.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So
Well, we
top
know the Villages is high in the STDs, so I'm
Yeah.
going to say Florida's in there.
Florida Not in the top 10, surprisingly. You would think Florida would be in there with all the tourists and everything, you know,
We
coming
did it,
down,
everybody.
doing it and stuff. But no, Florida not in there.
Kentucky.
Kentucky not in there either.
West Virginia.
No,
New York.
San Francisco.
no.
Is it on this country?
Our country,
Okay.
United States.
Los Angeles.
Ohio.
It's Los Angeles, not a state.
No, sorry.
No, Ohio either.
Nevada.
No,
Oh, Johnny Cakes, New Hampshire.
no.
Denver.
Texas. States.
Colorado.
No. What did you say?
Colorado.
No.
Virginia.
West
New
Virginia.
York.
Man, you guys are way off.
I quit.
Alabama.
Yeah, I give up.
Illinois.
No.
Idaho.
Alaska.
I
Wyoming.
mean, you guys literally have named everyone but the
Texas.
Georgia.
Wait, hold on. Joe said one finally.
Wyoming?
Alaska.
Alaska.
Comes in at number 3. They say 1,091.2 per 100,000.
But that's the problem is that per capita,
yes,
There's
you know,
nobody up there.
right? So
Yeah.
if you get 8 people with STD,
The whole
you throw it
town's
all
got
off.
it.
And they got a lot. They do a lot of drinking up there too.
but there are some bigger states that definitely have it that are higher than that. So who else you got?
Oh, Massachusetts.
Nope.
Huge.
Arkansas.
Oh,
Arkansas comes in at number 8. Joe.
those are.
Joe knows. Joe knows the STDs.
I know which states to avoid.
Number 10 is North Carolina. Number 9, New Mexico. 8 is Arkansas. Georgia, which is a very big state, comes in at number 7. Alabama, number 6. Number 5 is South Dakota. Number 4, South Carolina. Joe picked number 3 was Alaska. So you guys are missing the top 2. Top 2 states in the United States with the highest STD rates.
Colorado.
No.
Oh,
I already
New
said that.
Jersey.
No.
Nevada.
No, I
No.
was gonna say it's
Kentucky.
not it.
No.
Connecticut.
You said all of these already. No.
Oh, Vermont
No.
is not on the list.
Think south.
Hawaii.
Let me
Think
finish.
south.
Louisiana.
Louisiana comes in at number 2.
Oh man.
1,159. We already said New Mexico per 100,000. Number
Louisiana.
1,
Number 1 highest ranked state for
highest
STDs,
STD rate.
sexually transmitted diseases.
Missouri.
Just cruising on down the river, giving everyone STDs.
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Number 1, 1,266 per 100,000.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Mississippi. You're number 1.
Who in this room has had the most STDs?
No.
Raise your hand.
Oh,
Spanish.
Me?
Yes.
I got none.
Old pustule over here?
Yeah.
Spanish. That is
Ooh.
an absolute lie. That you have had none.
How is that a lie?
I don't know. I was just figuring if I pressured you, you go, okay, I'm sorry.
Not on this
No,
one.
seriously. Didn't you say you had something?
I had a hardcore scare when I was
Oh.
in college.
What happened?
I thought it was genital warts.
Oh, what was it?
Skin tags.
Yeah.
Dr. D
I
tested me.
remember when we
Gross.
had Spanish take a AIDS test
test.
on air, and I was waiting for the doctor to be like, "You have AIDS."
Uh-huh.
Dude.
We'll be back after these messages.
Oh,
It's 7:13. Spanish is age. Yeah, he didn't, thankfully.
thank God.
Yeah. Joe,
Yes.
STDs?
No, Michael.
Any? Never.
Never, not
crabs? Any of that stuff?
Yes, one time.
Oh, that's different.
Where's the
Well,
money?
that's-
Where's
that's-
the money?
Yeah, that's I did have some little insects down there.
Oh,
I was in high school.
It was the 60s.
You know,
Yeah.
It was
things,
the 40s.
things happen.
We had a buddy of ours that had crabs, and they had to shave everything. And then he was dating a girl, like in a relationship with the girl, and he told her that we shaved him. He got drunk and we shaved. I go, I don't want to be involved in
Yeah,
that.
right?
You weirdo.
You're a real true friend.
Galvin, any STDs?
No, never had any, and actually had to go to the doctor because I had ingrown hair. And my girlfriend at the time was like, "What is that?" This, that, and so then he goes, "No, it's an ingrown hair." And I go, "Do you mind if my girlfriend comes in?" He goes, "No." He goes, "That happens all the time."
Gio?
No.
Me either. Thank God. We've all been relatively
So I was
clean
right,
except for
Joe.
old bug crotch
Just
over
me.
here.
What about Carmen? Carmen, what do you got?
Oh, Carmen.
What do you got?
So many tests that I passed all of them.
Good work.
Yeah, Carmen.
Those are the only tests you pass.
No crabs like Joe?
No.
no.
Old Crabby
like,
Joe?
Oh, yeah,
Keep
they're
it
still on me
clean.
now.
Oh.
no.
All right, that is news. Let us take a break, and we'll be back. Nick Carter joins us at the top of the hour. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening.
All right. Well, I was just wondering what's happening. What's on the clock? What's on the schedule? Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike. How you doing?
Good, man. What's happening?
I was wondering, could I ask Spanish a conspiracy question real quick?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, Spanish, my wife's bugging me about October 4. October 3 at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to turn our phones off.
Yeah.
Wrap them in a little oil.
Put them in the microwave.
Turn all the off.
The Faraday cage, yeah.
Is that what it is? It's driving me crazy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't know where you land on this kind of stuff.
There's a video about it of us talking about it on our Instagram, but go ahead, Spanish.
So like the theory is that when they do that EAS
Well, yeah,
test,
explain to everybody. FCC and FEMA
Right.
are doing a joint emergency test. So when you get a signal on your phone that's a missing child or something like that, they have this system now that they're using that will get every device you have that can accept the signal will get this signal, and it's so that they can communicate with you if the power's down or if something's happening, whatever. And people are worried that now I'll let you take over.
So so the worry is that the 5G that they're using is a very intense electromagnetic wave, and they've done studies that show that it can alter your mood and behavior when subjected to that stuff for long enough. So I don't know where you stand on the better safe than sorry thing, but you do as you want. But that is the theory.
Are you going to put your phone in the microwave?
Probably not.
What are you going to do? Anything?
Well, you can
I don't
order
think
those
so.
like those boxes and the bags to put them in.
I do. I have a bag
that blocks all the stuff.
I have a Faraday bag.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What does your wife want to do?
Go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta? Man, Medicine Man.
Medicine Man, you realize we're not allowed to talk to you anymore. Hello?
Yeah, I know.
So why aren't we allowed to talk to you anymore?
Because of my editor.
You have an editor?
Oh.
What is his name?
George Hudak.
Yeah, and what happened with that?
He wrote something he didn't like.
No, I didn't. That's something I didn't like. He wrote something that wasn't true.
That's something that wasn't true.
Yeah. So he said that we're almost like we're abusing you, and you're just a nice guy who loves music, and for some reason we've been torturing you. So
He didn't really torture me at all.
no, I know, but you led him to believe that, or he wrote that on his own twice now.
I didn't know he did that many times.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sorry, I like you and all, but it's so hard to say goodbye to Medicine Man.
Not that hard.
Bye.
I'll take a Dum Dum Lori though, if we could find her.
I don't think we're ever
I
going
had
to
to
get her
replace
back.
one with the other.
Nah, we can't. She's gone now.
I don't know. Remember when Dum Dum Garfunkel was beating her up? She kind of wanted help,
I think her kids got her out of there.
Okay, let's run through the gamut. Medicine Man, relationship ruined by a blogger.
Still like him.
Who dat?
Still like Medicine Man, but
Yeah,
our relationship is ruined by a blogger. Love Tiger just retired from being Love Tiger. Doesn't want to be Love Tiger anymore, except like once a year when it's beneficial to him. The crazy Magnifico is in the nut house. We don't know what happened to Glendale. Tongueless Brett, we're pretty sure is dead. Dum Dum Lori was on drugs, off drugs, got beat up, not beat up, was on the show again for a minute, and then she doesn't want to be friends anymore. So we don't know where she is. Her sister definitely hates us. We found that out. Jacob 2 times just jumped ship to Drew's show. Thank you. And anybody else?
Oh, Crazy Patty.
And Crazy Patty been off the grid now for like 6 months.
Winn-Dixie Bagger Lisa?
Yeah. And
Well,
her brother.
I mean, they were quick in and outers. They only lasted like a month.
What's his name? Freddie Mercury can't sing.
Oh yeah, where's that guy
DQ?
been?
Was it DQ?
No, that
wasn't
was
DQ was a rapper.
Yeah. Oh, George.
George,
Yeah.
Crazy George.
Crazy George.
don't ever forget Guatemala Gary.
Oh my God.
Instant Hall of Famer.
I mean, it only took one call.
Yeah.
One call where he insisted he had a girlfriend with him?
Yeah.
And was going to send us pictures, but couldn't send pictures.
And
And
he
then
was coming with her.
Yeah.
He was
Yep.
driving her to the station so he could see them together. And
I heard that in Best of one time.
my God.
And it was so disturbing. Like, we're laughing at it and hearing it, and I'm like, this guy's nuts. He's lying, blah, blah. But when you listen to that again, the whole deal, that guy was crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was in the parking lot, so I went downstairs and stood in the parking lot.
Yeah.
He was nowhere to be found.
No, dude, that guy was nuts.
That was wild.
That guy would Patch Adams us for sure.
Did we ever meet? What's Patch Adams us?
Oh, where you think you're going to help somebody, they call you need help, and then they end up shooting you because you're crazy.
How is that Patch
You haven't
Adams?
seen
That's
Patch
what happened.
Adams?
Patch Adams is the doctor for kids,
Yeah.
Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
He used this reference on me the other day,
No,
and he had to explain it.
Yeah.
They shoot the kids?
No.
No.
His love interest ends up going to help somebody that he was supposed to help, but he was busy with the children. And when she goes over there, she gets shot. And he was going to shoot Patch Adams.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he shot her instead?
Yeah.
Wow, that seems to be worked out just
Yeah.
fine.
Well,
I'd like to Patch Adams my wife. Send her over to some nut job's house. Crazy Patty wants to kill me, but she kills my wife instead.
Guatemalan
My
Gary's
wife
the
got
one.
Patch Adams.
Yeah.
I don't like that's not so bad. Yeah, I don't know. And Crazy Patty, I don't need her to call in all the time, but I would like to know if she's alive or not.
I think she's back on the meds.
I
That's
think the
fine.
husband hates us.
Well, that too.
Why would the husband hate us?
I know.
Because he has to look at my face on her butt every time. Oh my God, that's so loud. Good morning, hello.
Glendale update.
Okay.
He is alive and well. He cannot stand you because of what you did to him about his son.
Yeah, but he
Wasn't
came
this
on
real
the
stuff?
show for like a
Yeah.
year after that.
Yeah.
True story.
How do you know?
I'm his friend.
You Glendale
Known him
has
for
a
20 years.
Glendale has no friends.
We used to be neighbors.
So wait a second. So you're saying? Let me explain to the people who don't know. Glendale claims to have had a relationship with a woman that he got pregnant and didn't know. So we brought a guy in and we said that we tracked down his son, and it was really Spanish's friend, and we put them in the room together with hidden cameras, and then we told Spanish's friends we were going to do it for 5 minutes, and we ended up keeping him in there for like an hour. And we were listening in, and he was like, "So you want to play baseball or something?" And tried to rekindle the whole relationship with him. And then we had to explain to him that it wasn't his son. But he went on the show for like a year after that.
And you think that's okay?
Yeah. I mean, like if I was mad at you, I wouldn't hang out with you for another year and then be like, "Okay, I don't like you now."
Reverse the situation. You're dealing with a mentally handicapped person.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
We
I wouldn't say
We
that.
are right now?
Yeah. All right, thank you. Yeah. I don't really care about Glendale. I don't need to talk to them. Crazy Patty is the only one that I want to know that she's okay.
Well, we did have the neighbor that used to listen to the show, and he would call and give us the update.
Yeah.
And you'd see her outside.
And
Didn't she try and massage him or something?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what you get for not wearing shoes.
I don't know what that was, but it hurt my foot. Yeah, I don't know. If we can just get an update, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk to her either. Because to be honest with you, I feel like that was only going to end bad for us anyway. She's just going to do something that would get us in trouble.
100%.
Yeah.
The time she drove to the station, I've never been more scared in my life.
Oh.
I think that was us helping society to realize that she shouldn't drive.
No, not at all.
We have our cruise coming up in April. We have a couple practice cruises coming up before that.
Yeah.
We have Bert's cruise, which is about a month away. Then we have my family's going on a cruise for Thanksgiving. Then we have our cruise for the show. Now, a couple months ago, there was a story about a guy who disappeared on a cruise ship, fell overboard. And we talk about that every year during our cruise, about the fact that if you fall overboard during a cruise and you're not immediately spotted and they alert the captain, there's a chance that they'll never find you because the boat's moving a lot faster than you think. And if you fall in the water, by the time you get to somebody to stop the boat, you've gone probably, a couple of miles past where you were, even if it's 1 mile. Now they have to turn the boat around. They have to try and figure out at what point in that mile they lost you, and it's dark out, and all these things. And it's very hard to see people in the water from that, from the boat. So this guy, a passenger, has been missing this whole time, and he fell off the boat, and everybody just assumes, well, he was, whether he was drunk or messing around, whatever, he's dead. Now they find out. Did you see this story?
I did not.
That he is on probation. And now they're saying they're a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And I thought, what better way? Because if you can get, so if I was out on a cruise and I wanted to disappear, I'd have somebody a half hour away on a boat, and I would jump in the water, and then I would float there until the cruise ship's out of the way. I can float for a half hour, then have them pick me up on the boat, and then we skate over to a country that that doesn't check my entry because we're just coming in off the shore. And now I live in the Bahamas, and nobody knows, and that is a great idea.
Especially if you do it like right after you're leaving the port.
Yeah.
So the boat doesn't have to go out that far.
No, I mean that's such a great idea. Or if you were show that you got back on the boat from wherever the port is, and then got off the boat while you were still in port, so you didn't even have to you jump into the water, swim over to the side, and then go. And then if you get caught, just be like, "Oh, I just wanted to jump in the water, and I'm just a dummy." But if you don't get caught, you just did it the right way. You just jump off the boat, swim over to the dock, climb up the dock. Now they don't know you're back in there.
Awesome.
Is he dead or not?
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, if I thought I was facing like 50 years or more in prison, I would probably do something like that. I would at least try it, you know. Although I think I'd rather live in an American jail than I would some Bahamian city where I have to live and I can't use electronics and stuff. I can't ever text anybody.
My uncle was married to a Bahamian woman. He lived there for a while. He didn't say anything about that, but he did say...
Yeah, but he wasn't being watched by the FBI, so he can make phone calls and watch TV and stuff.
He said the worst part is the no AC. He said that's the way,
No, I couldn't do that.
I do have some breaking news.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the breaking news room to check in with our news guy, Galvin. He has breaking news.
We are seeing some unconfirmed, as of yet, reports that Senator Dianne Feinstein has died.
Oh, that's one way to get her out.
So we're looking for confirmation, but right now we're seeing reports that she has passed away, which is not shocking to anyone, I don't think.
No, she was 1,000 years old as it was, and the thing is that she's proven that she was medically unfit to hold office in the last couple, much like the other guy, McConnell, keeps freezing up.
Yeah.
She is 90 years old, so we'll see what is happening there.
All right, well, we'll find out. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Nick Carter for the Backstreet Boys joins us next on 102.5 The Bone. .05 on the Mike Calta Show. I was wrong. Nick Carter's at 9:30. My bad. You know, years ago, the guys at Shark Coast Tactical, they started by traveling around and going to gun shows and buying and selling, and then my man Will hustled and built a business that has now become Shark Coast Tactical as we know it. And Will and his crew haven't been to gun shows for years because they've been focused on building that business into one of the most reputable gun shops in the entire Southeast. But now they are getting back out there. Will's guy Pierce has taken all the best deals from the shop, including the new Shark Coast Midnight AR-15. That is a special edition, custom-built, Shark Coast manufactured AR that is only available at these shows, and they are priced to move. And the first show on the tour is the Fort Myers Gun Show, which is Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 1st at the Lee Civic Center from 9 to 5 each day. And then they'll have updates for you as they head out and check out the Tampa show, Lakeland, all across the listening area. If you're somebody in Tampa who's like, I'd like to go to Shark Coast, but it's kind of far, well, you'll be able to catch up with them at the gun show when it is here. And if you haven't made it out to Shark Coast yet, you can find them online at sharkcoasttactical.com, and make sure you check them out when they come to your area, and check them out on Saturday the 7th, because that's when Mossberg is going to be there. That's when we need to go, Spanish.
Yeah, I would love to go to that, yeah.
And make sure when you get there, you tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. It is Shark Coast Tactical. You'll find them online at sharkcoasttactical.com. So Nick Carter's at 9:30. I was wrong. So in the meantime, we have some stuff to give away. Carmen, do we still have Morgan Whalen tickets?
We do not.
Oh, but we have other stuff to give away.
Yes.
All right. So let's play a round of whose tweet is it, and we'll give away your choice of prizes, which include tickets to go see the stupid 1975 TSO and something else that was good. I can't remember what the other thing was.
No, we only have 1975 and Beach Boys tickets. Right
Okay, the great Beach Boys are coming to the Sound in Clearwater area with a symphony. So even if you've seen the Beach Boys, it's a different experience.
We should make margaritas at the condo.
Oh, my God. That is, Joe.
Man.
That's why you're my favorite on the
Invite
show.
yourself, pal.
I didn't
Pushing over there.
Joe,
Yes,
you're
Michael?
an open invitation.
Oh man, you're gonna regret that.
Yeah, bring your crabs.
Yeah. When does Joe get a key?
I got a
Jesus,
special on
man.
Dungeness crab. Come on in.
Joe's crab shack in his pants.
Let's play our little round of who's tweeted it. Here we go.
Let the tweeting begin. It's time to play Who's Tweets It Anyway? On the Mike Calta Show.
You people that are on hold, please stay on hold. When we get a winner, we'll pull the winner, and we'll tell you who won at the end of the show.
Joe's crab crack. I'm going to read a tweet from somebody who's on the Bone on air staff. You guys try and figure it out. First one to get the 3 wins a prize. Here we go. This has a tweet that is retweeted with a quote. So the tweet is breaking. Large crowds of people have started to riot and loot multiple stores citywide in Philadelphia. And the tweet from the person from the Bone says, I feel silly. Apologies to all those from Philly that I offended yesterday. Clearly, a lovely place you've got there.
Done.
Mike Kelta's done.
Done.
Carmen's done.
Done.
Gio's done. Spanish is done. All right, Mike, you got in first. I will ask you, whose tweet is that?
That is the hilarious Johnny Ballsack.
He says Johnny B.
Yep.
Gio, who you got?
That is Johnny Senning.
He says John Senning. Spanish, what do you think?
When in doubt, we'll Coons it out.
Will Coonson it out. And Carmen, who you got?
That was Mo's ego.
He says Mo. One of you got it right. Gio scores a point. That was John
really?
Senning. Yeah, that was John Senning. I believe he was talking about the Eagles fans.
Yep.
And then, that happened afterwards. So, Philly, not great. All right, here we go. Next one has a video of this person's computer screen, and it says, don't mind me, just formally submitting for some PTO.
Ooh, somebody was cracking at John Brennan's email.
Oh, how about that? So who was it? Who was it?
Done.
Done.
Spanish is done. Gio's done.
Done.
Mike's done. Carmen? Is her mic on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Speed it up.
I'm out. Done.
All right. Gio, I'm going to start with you. Whose tweet is that?
That is Corey Cardinal.
You say that's Corey Cardinal. Spanish, what do you think?
I went with Dizzy.
You say that's Dizzy. Carmen, who you got?
I also went with Dizzy.
You say Dizzy. And Mike Kelta?
Ooh, this is a good guess, but that's not what I said. Corey Cardinal never gets a day off, so it's not him. I went with Kunze, Will Kuntz.
You say Will Kuntz. Yeah. I can tell you, one of you just got a point. And that makes 2 points for Gio. That was Corey Cardinal.
Thank you.
Corey Cardinal doesn't get a day off.
Mike sealed it for you, and he guaranteed that it wasn't Corey Cardinal. All right, Gio has 2. Nobody else has a point on the board yet.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
I don't like it.
Could win it all right here, Gio. Here we go. Listen closely. This has, it says, I talked a lot of mess this week about my can't lose FanDuel lineup, and I'm here to tell you. And then it has a GIF of Kevin from the office, and it says, I suck. I talked a lot of mess this week about my can't lose FanDuel lineup, and I'm here to tell you, I suck.
Done.
Gio's done. Mike's done.
Done.
Carmen's done.
Done.
And Spanish is done. Carmen, let's get some points on the board. Who you got?
I went with Mike Olivero.
You say Mike Olivero. Mike Kelta, who do you think it is?
Old Johnny Beatus.
You say it's Johnny B. And Spanish, what do you think?
I went with Mo.
You say Mo, and Gio could win it right here. 3 up, 3 down. Shut everybody else out. You could be the hero. Who you got?
Host of the Mike O radio show. That is Mike Olivero.
I say to you, no points for anyone. That was Will Kuntz. No points on that one.
I don't follow.
Kunze.
All right. You don't follow him? All right. Your next one is, let's see. Here we go. Come on, Kleenex. That snot bubble kid is sickeningly gross. People trying to watch TV and eat. How about more imaginative ad and not shock value cinema?
Gross. Done.
Gio's done.
One more time?
Come on, Kleenex. That snot bubble kid is sickeningly gross. People trying to watch TV and eat. How about a more imaginative ad and not shock value cinema?
Done.
Everybody else is done. All right. Spanish. Who you got?
I went with Mo.
You
Cinema.
said it's Mo.
Yeah.
Oh, because he said cinema?
Yeah.
So it's Mo. All right. I got it. Mike Kelton, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't like to see kids with snots. I said Javier Puswa.
All right. Carmen?
I agree with Spanish. He's cinema. That is Mo.
Yeah. All right. Gio, you could win it all right here. Who you got?
Us directors call it cinema.
Oh.
That is Mo.
He says Mo. Interesting. Mike, you said JP.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys said Mo.
True.
Gio just won the game.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Gosh, damn
You
damn.
picked up on the cinema. Good job,
Yeah.
guys. Like little detectives over there.
Let's do another one. Could we do another one?
Yeah, absolutely. This has a GIF of Leonardo DiCaprio from one of our favorite movies, Wolf of Wall Street, where he's clapping. And it says, lose the QB that you bank the Super Bowl hopes on, first drive, and down 13-3 at the half. No problem. Shut down D and guts and no quit, and you have a New York Jets OT win. Unbelievable W. Great game.
Done.
What?
That's a lot. Mike Kelta's done. And no, I'm not reading again.
Oh.
Done.
Too much. Carmen's done.
Done.
Spanish is done.
Done.
Gio's done. Gio, you won the last game. I'm going to start out with you. Who you got?
I don't even know what that tweet means, but I picked Will.
You said it's Will.
Very much in doubt.
Mike Kelta, you seem confident. Who you got?
Mike Olivero.
You said it's Mike Olivero.
The King Kong of sports.
Carmen, who do you think it was?
I think that's Johnny B.
You said it's Johnny B. Spanish?
I went with Mike O.
You say Mike O. Mike and Spanish both get a point. That was Mike Olivero.
What
Here
does
I
that-
come.
What does that even mean?
That's you just described Mike O.
I'm not really sure. You can put whatever letter you want on your hat. You are still just Greg to me. 2 laughing face emojis.
Done.
Done.
That's a softball right there.
Thank you.
Carmen's done. Mike's done. Gio's done. Spanish is done. Do you all want to say it at the same time? 1,
Yep.
2, 3.
Dizzy.
Yeah, everybody gets a point on that one.
Phenomenal tweet, by the way. Great
Everybody
tweet.
gets a point. Mike has 2. Spanish has 2. Gio and Carmen both have 1. That was, of course, Dizzy making fun of Spike. Next one has a picture of the one of the 2 alien little sand things that they have there. And it says, here is the weird alien from Mexico we were talking about right now. What do you think? Real or nah? Whose tweet is that?
Done.
Can you read it again?
Yeah.
I need to get the context.
Here is the weird alien from Mexico we are talking about right now. What do you think? Real or nah? If it helps, alien is in parentheses.
I mean, I would
Or
totally,
quotes, rather. I'm sorry, quotes.
I would totally show a picture of Carlos Mencia.
Done.
Done.
Gio's done. Carmen's done.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, you're cheating.
Oh?
You look at my paper.
What?
Done.
Spanish was locked up like Mitch McConnell right there for a second.
You heard.
Mike's done. Spanish?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Spanish. I'm going to start with you. Tell me, who do you have? Who did you change it to, or did you change it?
I did not change it. I
Okay.
stuck with Mo.
You stuck with Mo.
Yeah.
All right. Gio, who you got?
That's John Senning.
You said Sean Senning. Carmen,
Or
what do
nah.
you think?
John Senning would use hot or not. The only person that would use nah would be Greg off the mic.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. And Mike
Same
Kelta.
with me.
Burn.
Mike Kelta, you win it all right here.
For the win.
Yeah.
I said it's Monica.
You said it's Monica. She using the nah?
Na 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 na. I don't know.
I say to you, nah,
Nah.
no points. That was Will Kuntz. That was Will Kuntz.
Kunzi.
Real or nah? All right, here we
I go for the win.
Your next one. Deleting that. Delete. Going with this one. It says, who else's Tuesday morning has been a messy, messed up mess?
Done.
Mike's done.
Done with the theory.
Done.
Carmen's done.
One more. Can you say one more time?
Who else's Tuesday morning has been a messy, messed up mess?
All right, done.
Gio's done. Spanish is done. Spanish, you could win it all right here. You have 2. This could do it. Put you over the top. Who you got?
Johnny Beatties.
You say it's Johnny B. Gio, this could tie you with Spanish and Mike.
They told her to stop talking. Messy, mess, mess, mess. That's Monica.
You say it's Monica. Carmen, you could tie Spanish and Mike right here. Who you got?
There was no emojis, so I didn't go Monica. But he does so much. So I went with Corey Cardinal.
Say Corey Cardinal.
Yeah, that's
all
a
right.
good one.
And Mike Calta could be your game.
No one should say messy, mess, mess, mess unless they're a girl. I went with Monica.
You say it's Monica.
No.
Yes. No man should write
No.
today is just a messy, meth, meth day.
I agree with that.
Gay guys shouldn't say that.
Mike Calta wins the game.
Yes.
That was Monica.
Yes.
Gio got a point, but Mike won. So congratulations.
Congratulations to me.
Very nice.
What are your totals?
Yeah, what are your totals,
The
Spanish?
year totals, everybody's even.
No.
I got to tell you, Spanish used to be so much better at this. Remember, this was your game.
Yeah,
And
for a
then
minute.
Gio kind of
It's
took
a
it-
pustules.
It's a pustules
Oh, yeah.
combined with my Twitter no longer is anything but independent journalist, so
Right.
I don't get to see any of the Bone stuff.
I don't get to see anybody's stuff either. And I also figured out there's these sisters that I follow out of Canada. They are lovely singers together. They
The three?
harmonize great. What's that?
The 3, the blondes?
No, they're
Oh.
they're two sisters. And I followed them when they were with a group. They were the two sisters, and they had a guy who played guitar and a guy who played drums. Then the one sister married the drummer, the other sister married the other guy, and now they have babies and the father. And I'm like, I followed their whole life for the past 5-7 years. The other day, I was like, I don't see them in my feed anymore. Did they block me? What happened? And I went and looked, and they're there, but for some reason, I just don't see them anymore.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's
and you
weird
forget
how
about
stuff
it.
gets pushed around. Yeah, for sure.
That's why I remind everybody to go check out our page at the Mike Calta Show, because I added pictures of us as AI pictures of us as babies, and it was a huge hit. Then we put our real baby pictures up there. Some of us did. And then yesterday I put up some vintage pictures of us, and I don't think enough people saw the vintage pictures up there. Have you seen them yet?
I did.
Yeah, the vintage, the old black and white, where everybody said Gio looks like the corrupt mayor of a town. Yeah, I look like the guy you bring the bodies to, like when you gotta do a funeral. Like I'm the guy who
Mortician.
drains the
Undertaker.
mortician. Yeah, I couldn't get it out. Anyway, it's up at the Mike Calta Show. Spanish, you won the first game. Who won
No,
the first
Gio
game?
did.
Gio. Sorry, Gio. What line are you playing for?
Line 5.
Line 5 is Gio. I will take line 17, Carmen, if you can grab those off the air. Give them their prizes. We'll take a break when we come back. Now, the great Nick Carter, who is a Tampa resident, or was at least, got his fame in the Backstreet Boys, now has a solo career. He's bringing his solo show to town.
Big Bucks fan?
Big Bucks fan, and
He gets on the field.
hugely handsome guy. Yeah, he gets way. Anybody now.
Maybe we can be his +1 on the
Oh, that'd be
field.
cool.
I think they let anybody on the field, just not us. I think that's the thing this year. Fans want to go on the field, that's fine. Just Mike Calta show. They're out. Everybody else is cool. We'll take a break. Nick Carter will now join us next on 102.5 The Bone.
my fire, the one
I don't care what anybody says.
So good.
So good. It's so good, and I would have done anything to be in a boy band when I was younger.
Really?
Oh my God! Wouldn't it have been great?
Yeah.
I had the chance, but I turned it down.
You did?
Yeah, I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a more traditional route in life.
You didn't want to move over to Orlando?
No, just,
It seems to me like that was probably the greatest life ever. When I was a kid, the New Kids on the Block were the boy band, and I didn't care about their music. Like I was like, yeah, that's all right, whatever. It's weird at the time. Like when I was a kid, you got everything on the radio. You got Madonna into Michael Jackson, into Van Halen, into Cyndi Lauper, into Wham, and it didn't matter really the genre. You can hear Van Halen on a top 40 station. So it was weird. It was different than it is now. So when the New Kids on the Block came out, we were like, oh yeah, this is another good song, whatever. But once you saw them and saw that they were your age and that they were out on the road and girls were chasing them, and I was like, oh my God, that must be the greatest thing ever.
I think
the greatest life.
I feel like there were a lot of people at that time that were afraid to admit they enjoyed the music.
Oh, yeah.
Because it wasn't, unless you're like a teen girl, it wasn't cool to enjoy that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Secretly,
but
we
you
did.
secretly liked listening to that music.
Yeah, I was really good with the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC because I was like, I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all, and I had no problem saying it. Weird. I think I liked it more than my wife did.
So, like Backstreet Boys, what did they first come out? 90?
That's a great question.
97, somewhere in there.
I could probably tell you on here.
Probably
real
like
quick.
really came in 95.
Oh, yeah. That says 93.
Oh, 93.
93.
So
They probably blew up though, like 96.
one of the things I'm going to ask Nick Carter, if he remembers, is when Guido and I worked at FLZ, and nobody was there after hours. And we had a side door, and there was an intercom there, and the intercom would ring into FLA, and then FLA would be like, "You have a visitor at the door," and everybody go, "Are we expecting anybody?" And I'd go, and sometimes it was people dropping off food. Hey, we got you some pizzas or whatever. Sometimes it was girls trying to win tickets, and that always worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes it was dudes just wanting to say what's up, whatever, or wanting to drop off my rap album, whatever. And one of those things was Nick Carter, and we would blow off Nick Carter like he was nobody, not having any idea that he would blow up to be on this. And I'm going to tell you, I don't remember specifically talking to him and getting it and listening to it. It was just, okay, cool, thank you, But I know that it was him, and I want to say maybe his brother too, or there were other guys. It wasn't Backstreet Boys, I don't think, and they were like, we're about to blow up, and I'm like, okay, cool, okay, whatever, because everybody at the time was about to blow up.
Yeah.
And by the way, they blew up, and it went pretty good. It's my second regret. My first one was Jason Aldean. I was so mean to Jason Aldean. They were like, hey, Jason would like to have you on his bus for a couple of beers. Like, you can tell Jason to go suck a monkey's butt. And like he just went up there and kissed QIK's ass. This is our night to be. I was so mad at him, so mad. And they were like, oh, Jason, he wants to apologize. And I go, shut up, tell him it'll never be nothing. Oh, my bad. My bad on that one, too.
Do you think the universe gave you an evening with Scott Stapp in his living room instead of being best friends with Nick Carter?
Maybe. Let's go to the hotline and welcome Nick Carter back to the show. Nick, how are you, buddy?
What's up?
Hey, I was just telling these guys, back in the day, like when I was first starting out in radio, you would show up at the station every once in a while at night, and they'd be like, you have a visitor at the back door? And I probably blew you off like I did everybody else, and I regret the hell out of it now. I wish I would have paid attention to just a little bit more. I could have been the Lou Pearlman of your life.
Dude, it's totally fine. It's okay. Yeah, no, I miss Tampa, that's for sure. I was just there recently, but so many great memories growing up there.
I think it worked out for you anyway. It went okay. My other Nick Carter memory is I was in a nightclub one time, and I mean, I was okay. I was doing good on the radio. A couple people recognized who we were, and we were doing good. A lot of hot girls, and then all the girls got soaked up like as if a vacuum sucked them into one corner of the room, and that's because you showed up and you walked in, and I thought, man, that kid must be living the life. It must be so awesome to be gorgeous and have singing talent.
Pros and cons, my brother. Pros and cons.
What could be the con? What's the worst part?
Listen, All I can say is that, you know, I'm a father now. You know, I have 3 kids.
Oh, 3.
So we all have kids. I have 3 kids. I literally, before I got on the phone with you, my daughter woke up, and you know, I was telling her, I'm like, baby, I got to do the interviews right now, and she had big feelings this morning, and so I was literally preparing to do an interview while I was holding her. With you guys.
I think I fell in love with you a little more just there for a second. Hey, so are you married still? I assume if you got the kids there.
I am. Yeah, I've been married since 2014. Yeah.
And what girl gets you? Like, I always ask this for like girls. I'm like, what guy gets to go out with you? But seriously, like, out of all the girls that are chasing you around all these years, what made you settle down with your wife? Like, what made her the special one?
Well, my wife, you know, it's funny because my sister Angela actually introduced me to her, and you know, she's like, you gotta meet one of my friends. You know, her name's Lauren. You know, she's into rock music. She doesn't like pop and Backstreet Boys. And I'm like, perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
I said, perfect. She plays video games. You know, she's kind of a nerd like you are. And I said, it's great. You know, so that's pretty much how we fell in love. But, you know, honestly, she's just my best friend, you know, and that's the most important part. And now we raise our 3 kids together, and you know, I live out in Las Vegas right now, and been here for about 8 years. But
what brings you there? Can you work from there? Or
we had a residency about I think it was 2017. We had our Backstreet Boys residency out here.
Right.
I was living out in LA, and we decided, hey, we're gonna just, you know, my son, he was the only one. He's the oldest. He's 7 now. He was only 1, and so we decided we'll just go live out in Vegas. And at the time, you know, things were, you know, a little bit easier driving to the venue because it was only 15 minutes away. So we had like a 2-year residency out here, and that's what got us out here.
Did you like that? I think to me a residency sounds like a great idea, but then after the first year, you're like, Jesus Christ, not another show.
No, residencies are nice because, well, first of all, if you're living there, it's like you just basically drive to your job, you know, your work, and yeah, it's fun. I mean, we just got off of a 4-year tour with Backstreet. It was 4 years because COVID had happened and it pretty much shut everything down for about a year, and so then we picked back up right after that and went all around the world. And you know, traveling tends to be harder, you know, with children. Yeah. And that's one of the biggest issues that I have is that, you know, I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, I know. I hear you,
Aerosmith,
man.
You know what I mean?
This worked out for you.
Aerosmith.
You had all your, you had a whole bunch of success early. Now you're still young and you could have time to be a father, and then you could, you know, everybody loves a comeback. You swing back in, you got solo stuff going on. Everybody loves reunion stuff. So you really planned it out, whether you planned it on purpose or not. Sounds perfect.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is perfect. But you know, we're happy, you know, with, you know, the way 30 years is a long career, to be in the business. You know, I've been with my group. I met my guys when I was 12 years old.
Jesus.
You know, in Tampa. You know, we started in Orlando, and so I've pretty much my whole life have been a Backstreet Boy.
That's not a bad gig, man. It really is not. I was telling these guys before, when I was a kid, I would have loved, I mean, every kid would have jumped at that opportunity. I lacked talent and coordination. All these, I had none of it, but I would sing the songs in the car like I own them, though. We're talking to Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys. The reason we're talking to Nick is he's got a solo tour coming here to the Strauss Center on October 22nd. He's going to be out doing solo stuff. You like being a solo artist, taking a little break from the band?
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, we literally just got off a 4-year tour, and you know, had some time off. And when we're by ourselves and we're doing stuff, AJ will do some solo stuff. I'll do some solo stuff. But it's really not for like I'm breaking out and being a solo artist. Right. It's more about just like, you know, kind of creative, sort of just expression that you can give. So when I get on stage, I'll play a guitar, play drums, you know, sing songs that I wouldn't normally sing, and you know, dancing and singing on stage with the Backstreet Boys. Like, this entire theme of this solo show is kind of a little bit of so the theme is basically, it's like kind of taking you back to like the 80s a little bit. And so I'm doing a lot of cover songs. Doing songs like Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, Sunglasses at Night.
Nice.
I'm doing The Cure, I'm doing like some fun stuff that I love, like music that I grew up to. So we basically take you on a journey because, I was born in 1980.
I was going to say the 80s.
January 28,
Nick was
January
2.
28, 19. Yeah. When I was 2, I was born. So a lot of that music in the 80s really influenced me. That's the stuff. That's when MTV was like in its prime.
Yeah.
And so I'll get up on stage and I'll perform like all the songs that influenced me, big hits. Things that that everyone else grew up with as well. And then I'll start sprinkling in Backstreet Boys songs, and then some of my solo songs that I've released recently, and then also songs that I'm getting ready to release right now as a solo artist. So it's really just to get up there, have fun, and kind of just celebrate and kind of entertain myself at the same time as entertain people.
Can I tell you one of the things? I'm 52 years old. I'm a grown man, and I watch performers that had some fame and then just turn into assholes. Like Vanilla Ice, he's cool now, but for a while he had a real stick up his ass about doing Ice Ice Baby and all that stuff. And there was that episode of Surreal Life where he went out and they were playing the song and he wouldn't sing along. And I was like, why wouldn't you do that? And then years later, I'm at a benefit and Joey Fatone is there and the DJ plays the thing and Joey gets up there, grabs a microphone, starts singing. I'm like, that's what people love. That's what we want to remember, the good times. So when you guys have great attitudes about that stuff, that's so much better for fans.
Well, it's important because I think the world that we're in right now. I think a lot of people are kind of like trying to search to feel good and search for nostalgic stuff.
Sure.
And they're trying to find themselves. And so a lot of times people are going back to the '90s. Well, we happen to be middle '90s, when we first started as the Backstreet Boys. So there's like it's a good time, a feel good time, and there's a lot of great music that we released at that time. Or sometimes they'll go back to the '80s or whatever. They're trying to everybody's trying to connect with something from the past, and I recognize that. You know what I mean? I see what's kind of happening, and it's like, look, when we just were on tour with Backstreet Boys, we knew they wanted to hear those songs, and they wanted to hear them in their form that they remember them as. And so we would give them that. If you came to a Backstreet Boys concert and you are spending money for like a 2.5-hour show, we're not only going to give your money's worth, but we're going to give you some escapism. We're going to give you some time away from the outside crazy world. And I think I recognize that, and I just saw Joey recently, in Tampa, and we always see each other, we always run into each other, and we have those conversations. It's funny, actually, Joey Fatone, we're born the same, have the same birthday, January 28, 1980. And it's pretty funny. We talk about that all the time.
So he was here, and for you guys were here for that one of the cons that was here, and then Joey and AJ did a show together, and I didn't go, but I saw a lot of video online, and it looked like everybody there was having a ball. Those two guys looked like they were having a ball. I think that's great. I think that's great that you guys do stuff with each other. Fans love that stuff.
Absolutely. We've over the years, all the guys from NSYNC, we've developed an even closer bond and relationship with one another. I literally called up Chris, about a week ago, and we were just chatting about an idea that I had, and we'll throw ideas out with each other. And then Lance, love him to death, a great friend of mine as well. So, we all have a bond. We share a moment of time together, whether it was a rivalry or not. It still was a moment in time where we all were sharing it together.
More important than being I always say to people, being rich and having Ferraris and all that stuff is, to me at least, knowing that years after you're gone and not just dead, but retired and then dead, years after that, when your kids have kids, you guys will still be remembered. And I think that that's way more to accomplish than being rich and famous. So you definitely carved your spot in pop history.
I think it's more important now that I have children. Everything is about them. I don't, and this out of respect to 30 years of what I've done, and not saying that I don't appreciate it and everything that's come along with it. But if I was to lose it all, I don't care. as long as I have my family and my kids, and that's all that really matters to me in my life. I could lose it all. We started with nothing when I was when I first met the Backstreet Boys in Tampa. I was pretty much lower middle class. So we didn't really have anything when we started. So I know what it's like to have nothing, and know what it's like to have something. And then after 30 years, and then having my kids and my family, realizing what's most important in life, and that's them. And that's what's most important.
It's good to hear that you're so balanced. That's a hard thing to struggle through, and you guys didn't have it easy. So this is Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. You're going to see him in Tampa on October 22nd at the Strauss Center. He's got new music. Superman's out now. You can go find that. And I'm sure wherever you're getting music these days,
iTunes.
Yeah,
Where do you get it? Is it TikTok? I don't even know anymore.
That's the thing, right? Two things I want to ask you before we let you go. One is a question that I asked John Bon Jovi, and then I've asked every superstar after that. And I'll end with that. But I want to ask, if you were to swap any member of the Backstreet Boys with NSYNC, who would you get rid of from the Backstreet Boys and bring in from NSYNC? Don't pussy out of this one. And you can't say Timberlake because you guys are too similar.
Just so you know, this is a trap question.
No, I mean,
I'm going to get a phone call. Then I'm going to get a phone call from one of those guys, one of my guys, to be like, "What the hell, dude?" But I'll go. Howie's a good sport. I'll trade out Howie.
Okay.
No, I won't trade out Howie. No, I changed my mind. I won't trade out Howie. I'll probably trade out AJ. I'll trade AJ out, and I'll take Joey for AJ.
All right. That's a fair trade.
It's funny because Joey actually has a really good voice. He could really sing, and AJ has a really good voice too. But it's just people don't. Joey and I had this conversation recently. He's like, you know what, man? He's like, look, I can sing, and I can sing really good. I've heard him sing. We did this thing out in Vegas with Wanye, myself, Joey, and we did this little show called The After Party with him.
Right.
And dude, he is extremely talented. But he's like, nobody knows that because nobody knows that I can sing that good. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll bring you in the group and we'll let you sing in Backstreet.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know if any of you could sing. I don't know who can sing, who's not. I know you're all good looking and you can all dance, so it worked out. All right, and the last question, I know you have kids now and I know you're married and all that stuff, but I asked John Bon Jovi this one time, and he was very honest. He said his answer was a couple of times. In your travels, have you ever had a mother-daughter threesome?
No.
Oh.
No comment. No.
Oh, that's better. Better.
No.
Oh, you said
no. No. No comment and no.
All right, that works. That's good enough. Don't ruin my dreams of what your life must be like. Look, it's great to have you on, and I want to remind everybody, October 22nd at the Strauss Center, you can go see Nick Carter. Now, you no surprises. You're going to be by yourself. It's all going to be you, right? We're not expecting anybody. I guess Chris only lives an hour away.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of surprises on my solo tour coming up. Okay. I have a lot of friends and stuff. Joey actually might show up and come on stage with me. We talked about that. So wait, I just gave away the surprise.
I heard that kid.
Hold on. Before you guys go, we can't have an interview without talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers real quick, because I'm a huge Buccaneers fan.
It's so funny that it's in Spanish. One of you guys said that before. Yeah, so how often you're not going to games, though, because you're in Vegas? Don't let me find you in a Raiders jersey.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I'm actually pretty impressed with Baker. I think that Monday night game, in my brain where I'm hopeful and maybe believing something that's not really true. I really thought that we could beat the Eagles.
So did I.
But then I realized that I really thought that, and then we kind of hit this brick wall. It was like I'm watching these Eagles offensive linemen just basically dominate the entire game. So it was really one in the trenches. But I was just sitting there going, I don't know if it was, I mean, a couple interceptions or whatever. But long story short, I can get into football talk all day long if you want. I believe that Baker has something very special. I believe he actually is a good fit in Tampa. And I think that, once they get that playbook even more sorted out, we're going to be really good. I think we're going to win our division for sure.
I think so too, and I think the problem is people are forgetting this is the third game that they played together. You know what I mean? It's not they lost to a good team. It was only the third time they played together. He's still feeling out Mike Evans. He still has to find Chris Godwin. He's got this Palmer kid to throw to. I agree with you. I think Baker's still got a lot left in him, and I'm happy this year, way happier than I thought we were going to be.
And the Eagles didn't put 70 points on him like the Dolphins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened over there. I'm just with the Dolphins, but yeah, I mean, listen, I think a couple turnovers, but it's like you have to think that you got to play all 4 quarters, against the Eagles, and if you let it get away, I mean, I was happy with the first quarter for sure, the way it was turning out, but then it just, I don't know, feel like just got away from them.
What if you're here on the 22nd, which is a Sunday? What if after the game, me and Baker come over there and it'll be just an all Tampa Backstreet Boys lineup? Me, you, Baker.
Do you know Baker? Actually, I know Baker. I got his phone number. I should give him a call.
Don't try to outshine me. I got his phone number too. I'll get him on the phone.
No. You know what we do? Why don't we let you do it? You go, hey, want to go to the Backstreet Boys concert? Because then he'll give you the real answer.
If I can't get him to call me back. I could probably guarantee though I could bring Sapp and Allstott, and then we could do an old school Backstreet Boys with me, you, Sapp, Allstott, and because we all know the moves.
We'll throw Martine Gramatica.
Yeah, I can get Martine Gramatica to come in too. We get all the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, why not get it? The kickers will always come to my show.
The kickers were one step away from being dancers. So,
do you think we can get Nick to use his celebrity to influence the Buccaneers to pay Mike Evans at the end of the year so he does not go to another team?
Well, that is a hot topic, and I already said that recently. I said, pay the man, right? Of course, there is also the business that's involved. I do know that we got salary cap issues,
right?
And I know that plays into it, but the way that Mike is. Well, I mean, I'll call up Brian if you want.
See?
Maybe give him some of that Backstreet Boys money you get left over and send it
I'll be like Brian, what's up, man? Come on. Brian goes, let's go. No, but I think the productivity from it's funny because you're like, okay, yeah, he's a 30-year-old receiver, but the way he's been playing, he is not playing that way at all.
No.
He looks like he's in his 20s, and someone's going to snatch him up, and he's going to be really good for them.
Part of me thinks that he deserves the money and an opportunity to play in a big market and do that, but the selfish part of me does not want him to go anywhere. I'd love for him to retire a buck, and he definitely deserves it. So, Nick, I got to tell you, I love talking to you. You're so level-headed for a guy who's been through as much as you have, and I'm looking forward to you being here on the 22nd at the Strauss Center. If you need anything from us before then, please call anytime.
Thanks, guys. Love Tampa. Love you guys, and thank you so much, man. Thanks for the time.
Take it easy. The great Nick Carter. There you go. Hold on, let me hit this. See you, buddy. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. God, guy's been through a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
The Backstreet Boys, his parents, the brother, and the whole deal. Now he's got a wife and kids, and he's an adult, and he gets to enjoy his life a little bit. Nice guy. Hey, Brian, this is Nick Carter. What if I throw in $2 million? Can we keep him? I mean, I'll do my best to help out. Check us out on Instagram at The Mike Calta Show. We're also on Facebook and Zip Zoink and Whipwash and all these things.
Whipwash.
I don't know.
That's new.
We're on X.
The subsidiary of Zip Zoink.
We're on a lot of things, so go find us, like us, look at pictures and all that other stuff. Pass it around, show your friends. Have a great weekend. We're back live early Monday morning. Anything going on this weekend?
No.
There was something I wanted to plug this weekend that didn't have anything to do with us. Something, I want to remind everybody that something was here, and I can't remember what the hell it was.
Rocky Horror?
Oh, Rocky Horror is tonight, right? Tonight or tomorrow night, it's at the anniversary show at the Mahaffey. But Barry Bostwick's going to be out there, who plays Brad. He was on the show early in the week, good guest.
Did you say you're going on Space Mountain this weekend?
No way.
Come on. I saw a commercial for it, and I was like, maybe I'll go on Space Mountain.
Oh, man.
If I do, I'll live. Oh, no, I
Don't
can't.
live stream
I
it.
can't because I'm 27 days suspended from.
Yeah.
I'm 27 days suspended from live streaming because of a video that I put up a year ago.
Yeah.
Because nerds are ratting me out, reporting me for stuff. Can't win them, rat them out. You know how it goes. Carmen, have a good weekend.
Thanks.
Send me some Pokemon gifts.
Okay, I will.
Thank you. I'll be at Disney, so I'll be scooping them all up.
Yeah, get me. I'll be in Michigan, so
Oh, when are you leaving?
you know.
Okay. When are you back, more importantly?
I'm leaving this weekend, and I'll be back next weekend. So
Oh, you're gone for the whole week?
I'm gone for the whole week. Yeah.
Who gave you permission for that?
You did.
Oh.
And John.
We get Disney all week?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Who's doing Sporcle, Joe?
Me?
Oh, Crab Shack over there.
Canelo
President's Crab
Alvarez
Special.
fight on Saturday night.
Canelo, always good. Did you say Crab Shack
Oh,
over
Crab
there?
Shack Joe.
Crab Shack
I
special.
got a special on Dungeness crab.
Dude.
Enjoy it.
Oh.
Free crabs for the ladies.
Between his crabs and his pustules, who doesn't want to go to Whore Island? We'll see you guys Monday. Carmen, have a great trip. Goodbye.
Thanks.